For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's that Buckos Malachi Williams in the building. We back. True Media Today, USA Boxing. We are back. We back up in this BI, man. You know, I was looking forward to this day. You guys know my dog. I reached out to my brother, Six Figure Johnny, man. So Six Figure Johnny is supposed to be on the show later. He'll be on about 3:30 hour East Coast time. So yeah, man, you know, Six Figure Johnny, man, I'm happy for him. Really, I'm happy for him, man. The brother got him let me see. Got him a jizzab. So, you know what I mean? Well, you know, he got a fight. The brother Six Figure Johnny got a fight coming up on Top Rank. You know what I mean? Got a fight coming up on Top Rank, man. So that's good, man. You know, I'm really happy, really happy about that. Really happy about that for him. I really am. I'm checking what I'm doing. I'm looking at my phone, checking the messages now. He haven't hit me back yet, but he'll hit me. Pretty sure he will. You know, Johnny been on here twice already though, man. So, you know, I was looking at, you know, I'm looking at this fight, you know, the heavyweights, man, because we kind of like we ain't really been talking about the heavyweights. You know, it's Tyson Fury, it was Tyson Fury, Usyk, them the guys got the belts. We did see the Juggernaut stop Joe Joyce. That was a nice. Let me turn this camera. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We did see the Juggernaut stop Joe Joyce. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I kind of shout out to my sister Fitzy on the fights. Shout out to my sister Fitzy on the fights. Yeah, man. We say shout out to Sacred Truth. You say so glad Johnny back. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what? Hey, we don't. You know what? I think we don't made Jonnie Rice kind of popular over here, man. We don't made him kind of popular over here, man.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names.
Jonnie Rice, hey, you know what was so funny about it was it came out of nowhere. And it came out of nowhere, and it was so organic when he said it. It was so organic, you know what I mean? Like, you know, 6 figures, baby. And he was so happy. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, he was so happy, man. So, you know, 6 Figure Johnny was so happy. You know, 6 figures, that's probably the most money he ever made. Al Heyman cut him a check for 6 figures. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, man. Shout out to Bone Kiki. Bone Kiki, what's going on? You know what I mean? Bone Kiki, what's going on? Yeah, you know, so 6 Figure Johnny, man, I kind of, you know, he's an underdog. So I'm really, honestly, I'm rooting for the underdog. You know, he's a guy no one really is checking for. You know what I mean? He's not any of the top heavyweights. You know, his name is not Joshua. His name is not Usyk. You know, he's none of the guys who, you know, who the fans were talking about online at the time. But I think now he's been on the Boxing Voice a couple of times. I think, you know, but check this out though, once we started talking about him, shout out to Bone Kiki, what's going on, fam? Once we started talking about him though, and I went to hyping him up, hyping my dog up, you know what I mean? Once we went to talking about him, I remember when he fought Michael Coffey that first time, I said, he caught him with a 2-piece down the pipe. I said, goddamn it, tighten up, 2-piece down the pipe, bap. He caught him with the bap. Once he hit him with that bap, 2-piece down the pipe, I was like, okay, for sure. True. Cause I remember Nestor Gills over there at the Boxing Boy. He used to always talk about Michael Coffey. Michael Coffey. You know, he spars on Deontay Wilder, yo. You know, this one Ness was still cool with Wilder and stuff like that. You know what I mean? No, he was pro Wilder, pro PBC. You know, I don't know if his position is still that. I haven't watched him in a while, but yeah. But you know, it did Jonnie Rice. Then long came Jonnie Rice, boy. Jonnie Rice had no put that bap on him. Bap. 2-piece down the pipe. Then he ended up stopping dog on Michael Coffey. Then he came back the next fight, hit him with the bap again, but he kind of ran out of gas. But he made it. You know what I mean? And you know, so I'm always happy to see, you know, the underdog. You get what I'm saying? It's easy to jump on the bandwagon of a fighter that's already popular, that got a name. But a fighter who didn't have a name, you know what I mean? I kind of like that, man. So I'm always root for Jonnie Rice. Win, lose, or draw. I'm always root for him as long as he give his, you know what I mean? Long as he give his best, I'm always gonna root for Jonnie Rice, for real though. True. I'm telling you out the rip. Next Saturday, I'm rooting for Jonnie Rice. hey, he fighting some dude. This dude a prospect, 9-0. I think this is he's 9-0 heavyweight. What dude he fighting him? I got it right here. Hold on, let me see something. Jonnie Rice fighting he fighting Guido Vianello. Guido Vianello, he's a big dude, too heavyweight from Italy. He from Rome. He 9-0 with 9 knockouts and 1 draw. So you know what I mean? So they probably got, as a matter of fact, let me show y'all who my dog fighting. You know what I mean? Now they might be looking at Jonnie Rice as a cherry pick. I'm gonna let them know that when he come on the show, Johnny, look, dog, you know you a cherry now. You know they looking at you as a cherry. Now. You know they got you over here. As a matter of fact, before we get started, we know it's only right. It's only right that we introduce to the haters. If you're a hater, you know what I mean? You can't stand Coach Malachi Williams' guts. You know what I mean? You think I'm a cool Uncle Tom, sellout Uncle Ruckus, whatever you want to think of you, whatever you want to think, whatever you want to say. Your words do not hurt me at all. I love it. I really do love it. I love it. You know what I mean? But this is a special PSA announcement from me to you.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Yeah. It is what it is. We run them off the block quick. We ran them off the block in 2001. We ran them off the block in 2002. Guess what? I'm not talking about 2001. We ran them off the block in 2021. Y'all get know what I'm talking about. We ran them off the block in 2022. Guess what? 2023, we still running them off the block. I believe in purging. As a matter of fact, let's do a purge. Let's do this because we ain't done this for the new year. What we gonna do? This is what we gonna do for the new year, right? Anybody that's hating, anybody that think I'm a coon, anybody think I'm an Uncle Tom, anybody think I'm a sellout, anybody think that all I do is attack black, anybody think that, hey man, they need to purge. We need to get rid of this coon Uncle Tom sellout. Cause Malachi Williams, we got to get rid of him. We don't like him. Yada 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 yada. I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody that feel that way, the shit for it is hilarious to me. I love it. Anybody that feel that way, you know what I mean? What I want to do, this is what I want to do. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me do this. This is what I want to do. I want to sit back for these guys. You know what I mean? This 2023, and I want to sit back and I kind of want to. Let me see something. Where's my doggone? I'm on the good green. That's what it is. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about maybe giving them a rite of passage. You know how in church you baptize them. You got to baptize them, dip them in the water, and the baptism water, you go down dry with your sins, and when you come back, you be purified. You be purified with the blood of the Lamb. For real though, man, you already know what time it is, man.
What up, y'all? It's your man for Ricky Ross, and I'm letting you know that I'm doing celebrity features, product promotion, video commercials, product shout-outs. And if you want me at one of your special functions or special event, all you gotta do is hit my email address, fwmillionaireclub@gmail.com. Boom.
Rented out my feelings up until the pay was due. Temporary healing, I I thought the bomb was bulletproof.
Yeah, man, you know, I was thinking about saying a special prayer for him. Just a special prayer. You know what I mean? Not prayer, a prayer. Saying a special prayer for him. You know what I mean? Because some of them need to be purified. Then I thought about it. The pettiness in me was like, no, man, no. We was beefing in 2021. We beefing in 2022. Guess what? 2023. You know, do you want to start over on a good foot and extend the olive branch? I thought about it for like a half a second. I say, hell no, the hell with the other side. We gonna say a pray for them. We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray that whenever we catch them sapsuckers, we're gonna pray that we continue to put our foot in their ass.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because He helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes, He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
We gonna help their ass get off the island. He helped Gilligan get off the island, Lord. Yes, sir, Lord. We gonna help Gilligan get off the island. True. Yes, sir. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is. We were beefing last year. We beefing this year. Ain't nothing changed. Nothing has changed. The beef is real. Hey, shout out to John B. Poetic. He said, "No, coach, we ain't going soft in 2023. No, sir. You hit the nail right on the head. No, sir. We are not going soft in 2023. We ain't gonna lighten up. We gonna tighten up. You know what I mean? That's exactly what we gonna do. I be damned. You crush them until they're gone. You know, that's how we do it. We crush them until they're gone, right? No retreat, no surrender. Shout out to AI. He said Dana White is not messing around. 5 fingers to the face. No, check this out. I was on Twitter, right? And I was seeing that the guy, somebody on Twitter was talking about the Dana White stuff, right? Because I saw it on Twitter. You know, he said I seen his wife slap him, then he slapped her back. I think he slapped her twice. So, but the guy in the post was like, you know, we don't like woman beaters. He slapped his wife. What kind of man slapped his woman and stuff like that? But he completely forgot about the part where she slapped him first. Well, she's a woman. So basically what they're saying is, this is what they're saying. Now, Dana White is way bigger than his wife, of course. You know, he didn't like slap or punch her or whatever the case may be. But I get both sides of the argument. But my thing is this. I'm like, okay, and I always say this. You've been following me for a while, I always say this. Listen, man, everybody got to keep their hands to themselves. I don't believe in men hitting women, but at the same goddamn time, if a woman hit a damn man, you know, you don't dictate what the response is gonna be. If you don't want to be hit, don't hit no damn body. When Tank Davis was accused of what he was accused of, look at all the shows and the videos I dropped on it. My receipts speak for themselves last week. My receipts speak for itself last week. I was probably one of the only content creators that was saying that what if he's innocent? What if he didn't do anything? What if she's lying? Remember that? I was that guy. Got the receipts just last week. So we saw this on video. His wife slapped him. She got slapped back. It is what it is. True. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Shit. Shout out to Rick. Now let's get into this. Shout out to Teach. He said, "Oh yeah, Jonnie Rice on ESPN, PBC allowed him to hit that again." Oh yeah, hold on. We gonna talk about that. 6-figure Johnny, my dog, 6-figure Johnny. Hold on, we gonna talk about that right now. Question I have for you guys is this: the state of the heavyweight division, right? What do you guys think about Efe Ajagba? What do you think about Efe Ajagba, right? What do you guys think about him? Do you guys think that he has the potential or will become a heavyweight champion? Now, of course, you know, he also spars with Tyson Fury. Now, I don't think he'll become a champion now. Between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, I don't see that. But I foresee, you know, in the next couple of years, Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk probably will be retired out of the sport of boxing. I think they'll be finished with the sport of boxing because of their age in the next couple of years or so. And that'll open up the door for the Efe Ajagbas and the Frank Sanchez and all those other guys. Those other guys that's coming up. The what my main man is, Jared Anderson, stuff like that, Big Baby. So that's the way I'm seeing it. That's the way I'm seeing it. You see what I'm saying? And I think once those guys get out of the way, You see what I'm saying? Then it is what it is. Now, also, Jonnie Rice, apparently it seems that he left the PBC for Top Rank. He's fighting as a co-headliner on the Top Rank undercard of the Frank Martin not Frank Martin, Efe Ajagba undercard. So I definitely can't wait to get him on here so we can ask him these questions. We got some fastballs we're gonna ask him, right? Efe Ajagba is on the road to redemption after losing a unanimous decision to Frank Sanchez. I know you guys remember that, right? Efe Ajagba seems to be trying to fight his way back to redemption, back to the top or to the level that he was at, so to speak, before the loss, by facing another heavyweight contender in Stephan Shaw. Stephan Shaw. I'm gonna show y'all who he is, right? Now, ever since Efe Ajagba left the PBC for Top Rank in 2021, he did that a couple of years ago, right? He's trying to work his way back in the discussion as one of the most feared heavyweights in boxing. The strange thing is this. Another PBC fighter by the name of my dog, Jonnie Rice, a.k.a. better known as Six Figure Johnny. He became Six Figure Johnny because of Al Heyman. Al Heyman did make him Six Figure Johnny now, so we got to give thanks to Al Heyman for that, right? You know, because of Al Heyman, Six Figure Johnny will be fighting on Top Rank, and he will be fighting Top Rank prospect Guido Vianello of Italy, right, as a co-main feature. That's what I like about it. Not only is he fighting on that card, but he's fighting as a co-main feature. That's what I like about it. So it tells me a lot that how much Bob M feels about Guido. He got Guido, really they're expecting Guido to watch my dog, Jonnie Rice. They picked my dog, Jonnie Rice. Shout out to Food Revolution. They picked my dog, Jonnie Rice. They think it's sweet over there. True. They think it's sweet over there. You know what I mean? The colonizer don't pick another great white hope. I'm just joking. You know, you gotta talk that revolutionary stuff, because I gotta talk that revolutionary stuff, you know, to appease the Wakandites out there. Yes, brother. You know what it is? See, they don't pick, they don't found another one. You know what I mean? You know, because the white heavyweights been beating the brakes off of the brothers lately. We've been taking some L's, boy. God damn, we've been taking some L's. Damn. Okay, but anyway. Outside of that, so what they're trying to do, they're trying to find. Hey, shout out to Marquis. Marquis, what's going on, fam? They don't found Six Figure Johnny. Put him in there with somebody from Italy, and they think it's gonna be sweet this time. True. We ain't going out like that. Listen. The white heavyweights, y'all been whooping us. Y'all been whooping the brothers all for the past 2-3 years now. I'm tired of it. This time right here, we get some get back. True. We get some get back this year. This year gonna be the get back. We need Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk to retire. We just need we got to get them out the way first. And we can just get rid of Tyson Fury and Usyk. I think we got a shot. True. I think we have a shot. If we can get rid of Tyson Fury and Usyk, I think we can reclaim Zamunda again. Well, we can just get rid of them two. You know, I think we'll be back in the saddle. We'll be back in the saddle. So you know what I mean. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that. Anyway. Now, back to Boston. Now, this is great news for Jonnie Rice, guys. All jokes aside, the last time we had our good brother on the show, his career seemed to be in limbo, over there at the PBC. And he did say that he was with him, and then he said that, he don't have a contract and stuff like that. He did say that he was just waiting on a phone call that never came. So the last time Jonnie Rice fought, guys, was a year ago. He fought last January. He fought a year ago when he defeated the highly favorite Michael Coffey in a one-sided beatdown for the second time, 2 times in a row, right? Now that he has a fight lined up, and he will be fighting January the 14th on the Efe Ajagba's undercard, and he's fighting as a co-main, you know what I mean? I really like that. He's fighting on the top ranked card Well, Efe Ajagba, I like that there. Let's ask Six-Figure Johnny about the power move that he made to get the top rank. Do you guys remember when I had him on here? I said, man, why you sitting around waiting, man? You sitting around waiting. Look here, man, you need to be on the phone, man. You need to call Eddie Hearn, call over there at the Zone. Call get in contact with Bob Arum or something. Remember I said that? I got the receipt now. I had a receipt. So everything I said. I was like, yeah, man, we gotta get you on there, dog. You gotta tighten up. The man shooting dice, selling frozen cups, playing hopscotch. You know what I mean? Wishing upon a star. He don't got married since then, struggling to pay rent, bills. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out to Bob, shout out to Harleen, struggling to pay the rent and the bills and stuff like that. His wife need a car, and he's just sitting around like Hobo Sam, like my homeboy Hobo Sam. He's sitting around like Hobo Sam, wishing on a star, waiting on the phone call. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Six-Figure Johnny get some money, man. Damn so do. I want to see Six-Figure Johnny get some money. As a matter of fact, Destin, what you say, fam? What you say? You say it opens up the odds for Trevor Bryan to reclaim his success. Hey, you know what? No, check this out. Destin, check this out. We need to get Trevor Bryan and Six-Figure Johnny. We need to get that fight together. Hey, we need to get that fight together. Matter of fact, Trevor Bryan and Six-Figure Johnny. We need to get that together. True. Yeah, for real though. Hey, not that 305 say, no, not the frozen cups. Yeah, man, the frozen cups, man. Yeah. Had my dog, man. Yeah, I mean, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Man, my dog sitting there selling frozen cups, shooting dice, shooting marbles, throwing horseshoes, whatever it takes. Out there selling bottled water. Out there selling bottled water on this. I think Jonnie Rice in Vegas. Out there selling bottled water on the strip of Vegas. I'm like, man, goddamn, man. I'm shooting dice at night. I'm playing the football pool during the day. I picked the hockey. He playing parlay tickets. He playing parlays. He got a whole lot of stuff going on. When really, only thing he want to do is fight. But he stay in the gym. He stay training, sparring, stuff like that. I even went on his Instagram, man. And I went on his Instagram and I see that he was sparring with Efe Ajagba. Yeah, he was sparring with Efe Ajagba. Yeah, for sure. Six-Figure Johnny, man. Six-Figure Johnny. We're going to give him a warm round of applause, too. We're going to show our appreciation for my dog, Six-Figure Johnny. We're going to show our appreciation for Six-Figure Johnny, man. That's what we're going to do. Hey, wait, John B. What did it say, John B? John B say they had Johnny selling dinners. True. Hey, John B said they had Johnny selling dinners, coach. Like, this don't make no sense. They had my dog selling dinners.
We did it first, and we motivate even the greats. This is different.
Yeah, man.
We have Jennifer Lopez, we got Maluma, we have J Balvin. Yeah. So when I call him up,
Trevor Bryan, Jonnie Rice,
what do you think, Eddie? If we bring the belts together, and Eddie said, that shit is a good idea.
Yeah. Hey, you hit the nail right on the head. Hey, Second Truth. Check this out, Second Truth OG. Trevor Bryan versus Jonnie Rice, a banger. Now, I listen. I want to see that fight. Trevor Bryan, and Jonnie Rice. I kind of wish Trevor Bryan still had that Reggie belt. Cause we could have had Jonnie Rice versus Trevor Bryan for the Reggie belt. And then we could have had Jonnie Rice beat Trevor Bryan, and then my dog could say he would have been a champion. You see what I'm saying? He would have been a champion. Hey, shout out to Damon. Shout out to Demond. Demond, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Tim. Tim, what's going on? Timothy, what the link read, baby boy? What's happening, bro? Hey, we talking about my dog. We talking about Efe Ajagba. Shout out to Timmy. What you say? He said Coach been coming crazy with the hats, man. Oh, I got a gang of hats. I got a gang of hats, man. I got to connect. Man. My cousin, she sells. She got all kind of stuff. I supported black businesses. When on Chris, hold on, check this out. These dudes talk this pro-black stuff, right? But I really support black businesses. I'm a part of a black organization. You know what I mean? We support each other. A lot of resources. Christmas, I spent money with my cousin. She has her own store. She has her own store. I spent money with her. You know what I mean? Twice. You get what I'm saying? Like some of these dudes. They be talking that revolution stuff and we got to do this, we got to do that. Man, them dudes ain't doing none of that, man. Them dudes ain't doing none of that. They ain't got no receipts on nothing. Nothing. Just talking. Just talking. But anyways, shout out to West Side. He said, I've been laughing nonstop at the Frozen Cup thing. Yeah, I've been to have my dog selling Lily Dillies, the hopscotch. You know what I mean? Selling, selling ice cream on an ice cream truck. Like, man, robbing Peter to pay Paul. You get what I'm saying? He say, Clint, he say, plug the website, coach. Yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah, the website. Hey, shout out to y'all check the merch out too, man. As a matter of fact, my website is being changed. I'm changing it. I'm changing the name of it as well. So you know what I mean. You're gonna be able to go to my store, Coach Malachi. You're gonna go to CoachMalachi.com, and that's where you're gonna find all my new merch. I'm gonna have new merch and everything. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. So we got some good merch going to 2023. You know what I mean? We swapping it out. You see what I'm saying? That's what we doing. Let me show y'all this here though. Let me show y'all. Now this is setup. You know what I mean? I had a long conversation with my brother, Dr. Umar Johnson. I had a long conversation with my good brother, Dr. Umar Johnson. Y'all want to buy the merch? Here go the merch right here, man. We got all kind of stuff right here, man. Got all the hoodies. This is for the hoodies. We got all the hoodies right here. I'm gonna drop that there, man. I'm gonna drop the link. We got everything in there. We got hoodies with the commandments on it, stuff like that. I'm gonna switch everything over to my new domain name though. I gotta switch everything over to my new because I want everything on the Coach Malachi. So don't worry about that. But don't worry about that there. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and do this like this here, man. Let me drop it. Here go the link. Here go the merch store link right here, man. Here go the merch store link right there. Bam. See what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me do this. Here we go right here. There we go. Ta-da. There we go right there. So y'all hit that there. When y'all hit ta-da, you know you there. Yeah, I'm doing all that there. He said you're gonna have True Media Black Hood. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. I told you we rebranding for 2023. For 2023, we rebranded for 2023. TJ say, do you support Latino, Asian, and European business? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. True. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Support the shit. Listen. Yeah, I support Asian, Latino, European businesses. Yeah, I do. I mean, shit in my neighborhood, they own every goddamn thing. So you can't. It ain't like you really got a choice. You know what I mean? When you own everything, it is what it is. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. I'm gonna have some stuff for y'all, man. But anyways, I want y'all to see this here, man. Cause see, I'm telling you what it is. I know what time it is. I'm letting y'all know. I know what time it is. They think it's sweet. Check this out. Now this is on Stephan Shaw. This Stephan Shaw. He's 17-0, 13. He's 17-0, 13 KOs. He fighting St. Louis, Missouri, right? Now, Efe Ajagba. Now you know Tyson Fury is the number one guy. Why they got WBC, WBO? Tyson Fury don't have no WBO belt. Yeah, he ain't got no WBO belt. I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, but that's neither here nor there. Now, this who Efe Ajagba fighting. They got Efe right here. Efe Ajagba is fighting this guy right here, Stephan Shaw, right? Now check this out though. Now this the dude my dog Six Figure Johnny fighting. Guido Vianello. Right? This who they got my dog Six Figure Johnny fighting, right? Now he 9-0, 1 draw, 9 KOs. Now I'm telling you right now, let's look and see what the odds is on this. I'm willing to bet my dog Six Figure Johnny is the underdog, and they bringing him in because they think it's sweet. I'm telling you, they bringing my dog in because they think it's sweet. Listen, I already know. I'm gonna say it one more time. They bringing my dog Six Figure Johnny in because they think it's sweet. They think it's sweet. They think it's soft over there. They saw him. They think my dog be smiling. They think because he be smiling and stuff like that, right? He thanked Al Heyman after the fight, and they think he's just a jolly go lucky jovial type guy. And as soon as he clicked that link and come on here, Soon as 6 Figure Johnny click that link and come over here, I'm gonna bring that up. Because it's up to me to motivate him. I'm saying, look, 6 Figure, check this out, baby boy. Check this out. 6 Figure Johnny. Check this out, dog. You know why they pick it, right? You know why they pick it. Bob Bam them pick it, dog. You know why they pick it. Bob Bam them pick it, dog, because they think it's sweet. You know, they cherry picking you right now. They cherry picking you right now. And they think, you a hog head cheese sandwich. We gonna let them know. We gonna let them know. We gonna let them know what time it is. We gonna let them know what time it is. Yeah, the Nigerian nightmare. You know what I mean? He was a nightmare till he read up on Frank Sanchez. He was a nightmare. Frank Sanchez boxed circles around him. But I think Efe Ajagba learned a lot. I think he learned a lot. John B, he said 9 KOs, but who he beat? Well, he ain't beat nobody. As a matter of fact, let's put him up. Hey, John B, let's put him up right quick. He ain't beat nobody. Now let's say Guido. His name Guido, right? Guido. Okay, let's pull Guido up on box rep. He 9-0. You know what I mean? Like he only 9-0. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, he ain't gonna be facing no killers right now. Vianello. He ain't gonna be facing no killers right now. You know what I mean? There you go, right? I got him. Oh, the glad. I seen him fight though. The Gladiator. There you go. Oh, he gonna be down. Hey, back by popular demand. Back by y'all know I'm happy. Back by popular demand. 6 Figure mother Johnny. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. 6 Figure Johnny. 6 Figure Johnny in this BI, man. What's happening, Johnny? What's going on, man?
Oh man, a lot's going on. You know what I mean? I got a big fight coming up January the 14th. It's wild, man. Training camp's been rough. I already been in and out of camp, but now it's about me. So it's been hard on me, and I'm loving it.
All right, so let everybody know what's going on. For everybody who don't know who you is, let everybody know who you are, just in case they watch it for the first time.
I'm Jonnie Rice. I'm just coming off of 2 big wins, one in 2021, one in 2022. I was the underdog, so I'm extremely happy I won. Just standing in the gym training hard. Now I got a big fight coming up on January the 14th against another undefeated fighter. So I'm really looking forward to showing that I am, now have turned my career around and it's time to win all these big fights.
Okay, so I've been on your Instagram page and I did see you post a picture with you and Efe Ajagba. Have you and Efe been sparring each other?
Yes, me and Efe Ajagba were sparring originally when he was getting ready for Oscar Rivas. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't have a fight at this time. I was just sparring, getting rounds with him. Obviously, happy to be a part of the camp to help me get in better shape and help me stay sharp and help me stay hungry. But now we sparring for real.
Okay, that's great news. So explain to me what happened. Last time I had you on the show, you did let me know that you was a free agent, but you were still checking in with the PBC. You haven't heard anything or nothing like that. And I spoke to you. I remember I was saying, look, Johnny, man, you got to go reach out to Matchroom or reach out to Top Rank, reach out to some of those dudes, man, and try to get you a fight, man. I spoke to Rick. I even spoke to Rick Glazer. I was like, man, what happened with that? Are you signed to Top Rank now? Is this a one-off, or how did you line this fight up? Okay,
so unfortunately, and again, I hate when guys get hurt or anything that happened like that. But unfortunately, I was just there sparring at Top Rank with Efe Ajagba, helping him get ready for his fight. You know what I mean? So Oscar Rivas had to pull out due to injury, which is, saddens me big time. Anytime somebody got to pull out because of injury or, like you said, COVID-related issues, it really does, bother me as an athlete who love boxing. So basically, Stephan Shaw was originally supposed to fight Guido on the undercard as the co-main event, and Efe Ajagba was fighting Oscar Rivas. Once Oscar Rivas got out, Stephan Shaw got moved to the main event. So they were looking around for someone to fill in. Here I am right there, always staying in the gym, always hungry, always trying to stay motivated and move forward. So they offered me to fight. I said yes. So now that's where we are. Now I am a free agent as far as, which I said, my contract with PBC was basically on a 6 months basis, but they guaranteed me so much amount of money if they got me that fight within 6 months. If they didn't, then hey, I can do what I need to do. They're not gonna hold my career up at all. You know what I mean? So it was a mutual beneficial contract. We just didn't get, more business done. But I'm looking forward to working with them in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But Top Rank, this is a one fight deal right here.
Okay, that's good. So you was at the right place at the right time, and you know what they say: if you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready. So by you being in the gym in preparation, you know what they call luck when opportunity meets preparation. So when you prepare for an opportunity, when it comes and it happens, some people may say, "Man, you were just lucky." Nah, you was in there preparing, and when that opportunity presented itself, unbeknownst to you, you had nothing to do. Somebody got sick and stuff like that. You were just right there. So that's a good thing you did that. Well, I don't want you to give away too much because you got a fight next weekend. Who is favored in this fight?
A buddy of mine sent me the lines. Apparently it's pretty much even. So that was pretty cool. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I definitely feel like it's about a 50-50 fight for sure. You know what I mean? And definitely, I've been grinding, been doing my thing, been watching him and studying him, and it's just really who's gonna bring it all to the table. And I'm definitely bringing mine to the table.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Have you been watching this? Because I seen him fight before on Top Rank. I seen him fight. He's a big dude. He's a big dude, but you're a big dude as well. So, I'm like, of course, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I'm just off the real. Next weekend. Well, what I like about it is you are fighting on the co-main event. You the co-main. It's like, damn, like you the next fight. You the fight before the main event. So I just look, man. You got to show up and show out, man. You got to show up and show out, bro. You got to show up and show out next week, man. You have to. You know what I mean? Because the hood counting on you. We true media now. True Media Today, USA Boxing. We counting on you. The hood counting on you. The cheering at the orphanage is counting on you. Everybody counting on you, man. You got to do this for the people, by the people, other people, because you represent the people. You come from the people. You're a people person. So we need you to put on for the city, man. Next week, man. We rooting for you, man. For real though. True. Room for you. True. I'm listen, Guido. I'm gonna tell you something. You got two chances to win this fight. Slim and none. And Slim just left the building. Believe that. We're gonna put them paws on Buddy next week, man. How you feel about your chances next week?
Well, I'm putting them paws on them, man. Look, obviously, we know I've been in and out the gym training with different fighters. That's a fact. But I can definitely say the mindset of when you training for your own fight is a lot different, man. And I didn't even realize that because when I first fought Michael Coffey, I was training with Michael Hunter, and even then I'm doing my thing, but I had to transition over to the fight immediately. But right now, I'm like, man, this is a whole lot different for whatever reason, which is good. Maybe it's more pressure because when people want you to win, expect you to win, it's a lot more pressure. So I'm dealing with all that. I'm loving it. I'm feeling alive. You know what I mean? Like that, that feeling where you want to just stay ambitious and just be like, man, like I got something to prove. That's priceless right there in itself. You know what I mean? That's what really drives a man or a woman or anybody that want to be successful. You know what I mean? That feeling to want to prove yourself. So that's where I'm at right now. And I'm very happy. I'm very, very motivated, very inspired. And I'm definitely gonna have to put on the show. I got to leave it all in the ring, and that's all that's on my mind. I got to leave it all in the ring, continue to prepare myself, and leave it all in the ring. And I'm just happy for the opportunity. Like you said, I was in the right place at the right time, and I was gonna be there regardless. And I'm gonna keep on being in those places.
You know what, Johnny? What I thought about was, is this a 10-rounder?
Yeah, this is a 10-round fight. I've been putting those rounds in, so I've been actually training with not only Efe Ajagba, but Bob Santos, who's also the trainer of Garcia, who's coming up. He has been bringing a lot of the Cuban fighters in. So that's been a whole different movement right there. I'm like, so I've been sparring with all kind of dudes. I've been putting in the rounds. Right now, we're trying to put in a whole lot more because, we got to get rid of those feelings like, oh, I got to do more. So we're going to do more. But it's been amazing.
You gotta, you're gonna have to trust the process. You're training. The type of work that you're putting in. You definitely got to believe in yourself and have confidence in yourself. You're here for a reason. You see what I'm saying? You're here for a reason, and the reason ain't here for you to lose. Now the other guy you're fighting, he's not here to lose as well. So, but the hungriest dog gonna get the steak at the end of the day. And when you got two pit bulls, one on the right, one on the left, both of them hungry, and you drop a 24-pound raw, rare T-bone steak in front of them that hasn't been cooked, And you want to know who gonna win, who gonna get the steak? Is the dog on the pit bull on the right or the pit bull on the left? And as the old man told me, he said the hungriest dog is gonna get the steak. So it's gut check time. How hungry are you? How bad you want it? You get what I'm saying?
That was deep, Coach. That was deep for real, man. I'm gonna keep that in my mind for real. But you're right. I'm bringing that hunger, baby. I'm bringing that hunger, and I really appreciate that. I'm really gonna keep that in my mind while I'm training. The hungriest dog gonna get that win. I'm coming for that win. That's all I can say. And I'm excited for the opportunity. And it's just, like I said, I'm about to go train now as much as possible. Train the next day, and it's just, doing the right things and being efficient right now because we already been working on so much. Now it's about the efficiency. Now it's about, a little strategy here and there, but mainly just the efficiency of the training and putting it to work.
You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you something, man. I was so happy. And shout out to Fred Barbershop Conversations. Fred Barbershop Conversations was the one that sent me a text message, and he said, "Man, Johnny got a fight on Top Rank." I was like, "What?" I thought he was just joking, right? So I immediately ran to your Instagram page because when he sent it to me, it was on Top Rank's page. And I was so happy. I was like, damn, because it's been a year since you had your last fight was last January, right? Your phone on mute. You're on mute.
I got you. Last fight was last January. And, it's crazy how fast a year passed by. It's crazy how fast a year passed by, but that's exactly right. So, and again, I was only on the contract for 6 months. Nobody else was calling. You see what I'm saying? So, and again, I still wouldn't fight. Unfortunately, if Oscar ain't get hurt, which it saddens me that he got hurt. That's how I had to get my opportunity. But, nobody was calling from no promotional companies. But like you said, I was in the right place at the right time. You can call it luck because my preparation had me in the right place at the right time. And that's where I'm at. So all we can do right now is be grateful. And I thank you so much, Coach, for being grateful for me and being happy for me because, you can't get these years back. Like Adrian Broner said, you can't get these years back. You got to fight anytime you can. And sometimes it ain't about the money. You got to go in there and you got to fight and prove yourself.
Yeah, you definitely got to do that, man. You got to fight and prove yourself. I got people in the chat asking questions. One guy asked a question. Everybody in the chat happy for you. Like we love you over here. One guy asked a question. He said, the question is, are you going to thank Al Heyman if you win next Friday?
Listen, I'm definitely gonna be winning next Friday, but I ain't gonna be thanking nobody. I'm gonna be thanking people, but they won't be Al Heyman this time. But next time I'm with PBC, I'm gonna thank my big man Al. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm with Top Rank right now. You feel me?
Hey, shout out to Halim. Halim, what you say, fam? Dropping that 3/4 of a dub on your boy. He said, Coach, tell Johnny he better win. I'm putting money on him. Otherwise, I'm collecting my 10% from him.
Hey, put that money on me, man. We on it. I'm telling you, we coming out here. We coming out here hot. Go ahead and put the money on me. Let's go.
Look here, man. Look here. I want everybody in the chat. We're going to bet the house on Jonnie Rice. We betting the kids, the dog, the cats, the rabbits, the cars. We betting everything. We betting everything on Jonnie Rice next week. But listen, bro, I'm not going to lie. I'm happy. I'm real happy, bro. For real. I'm happy for you, man. I'm like, man, because I know you was telling me some of the struggles, that you was having and stuff like that. And I joke about it, but it really lets me know the seriousness of boxing. Everybody is not a Tyson Fury, a Canelo Alvarez, or there's this misconception that every fighter is making millions of dollars, and that just simply furthers from the truth. You got some fighters that I like to call blue collar fighters. You know what I mean? They gotta, they gotta get it the hard way. You know what I mean? And I look at you as one of those guys, man. So even you and the other guy, Guido, I'm pretty sure he is as well. He got signed by Top Rank, right? He's a Top Rank fighter, right?
Yeah, he's a Top Rank fighter. He's an Italian Olympian, so I don't think he's struggling like that. I think he's good. I think he's good. He trained hard. I've met him. He's a nice guy. Very hard-working person. Like you said, it's gonna come down to who wanted the most. That's really what's gonna come down to. And ain't gonna come down to nobody's record. None of that stuff. Even the odds makers got us damn near even. You know what I'm saying? So it's really gonna come down to who wanted the most. You said it first. I'm gonna keep that in my head. The hungriest dog gonna get the steak, and I need to eat. I need to eat real bad. So you know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't want to get too in your business. How was the pay? Is the pay well for this fight? Or?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Look, it ain't no 6 figures, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to PBC and Al Heyman. It ain't 6 figures, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? It's definitely enough for me to be able to buy a house, for my wife when she come over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a first time home buyer, so 3% down, gonna get me right. You feel me? Not 20%. I can get the 3% on. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the pay is great. I'm happy about the pay. You know what I mean? Obviously, I want more, but I'm gonna have to go get more by knocking this dude out.
Yeah, man, they could have gave you. I ain't gonna complain because I know you got work to do. But yeah, man, Bob Bam, he got to come out the dividends, man. He could have gave you 6 figures. He got it. He got a net worth of $400-500 million. He could have broke some bread. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill for now. Shout out to Bob. Shout out to Al Heyman. Shout out to Bob and Al Heyman. I want to thank both of you guys for giving my brother Jonnie Rice an opportunity. Johnny, if you can, we're gonna speak this into existence. Once you win, because like you said, this guy's an Olympian. He's a silver medalist.
Nah, I don't think he got a medal.
Okay, he didn't medal.
Yeah, he didn't medal, but he's an Italian Olympian.
All right, he's an Olympian, right? So I'm telling you off the rip. Even though the odds makers have it pretty even, and with the corporate establishment, I'll just say that with the corporate establishment, they're picking him to win, right? They're picking him to win, and you'll look more upon as a journeyman. He's 9-0. He's a fighter that they're building up. Hopefully, later on down the line, maybe he can be a Tyson Fury. Maybe he can be I don't want to say Usyk, but somewhere along, because he's a big guy. He's like what, 6'7", 6'6", something like that.
Yeah, absolutely, like 6'7", 6'6".
Yeah, that's a big dude. So, and he's younger. How old is he?
I'm not sure his age, but he is younger than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I do look at guys like Joe Joyce, and I'm like, shoot, Joe Joyce they're older than me, fighting the way he fights. So I look at that. Like I said, I look at my peers for inspiration all the time. You know what I'm saying? Until we get in the ring with each other, I'm watching you, and I'm happy for how you moving, and I'm trying to learn as much as possible from you. So I just try to throw the age shit out the window, and like I said, just stay hungry and stay efficient.
You know what? I just looked it up. He's 28 years old. So he's 28. You're 35. So so right now it's more of he has an upward trajectory. He's that guy. How long have you had time to study for him?
Well, it's like I said, I had no clue I was fighting him until the news came out that Oscar Rivas was unfortunately injured. But like I said, I'm working with powerful guy. You know what I mean? I don't think they really do have the similar builds. You know what I mean? Obviously, I think Efe is the more stronger guy. You know what I mean? So at least I could walk in the ring in my head like, yo, you are training against Efe and Ajagba hard hitting ass. So keep that in mind that you're doing your thing, and he's doing his thing or whatever. But we building right there. So I've probably been preparing for him for the last couple of weeks. Well, the last week. Last week was really the first preparation week. As far as like really focus on me. I've been in there already. And then week before that, like I said, Bob Santos brought in a whole bunch of Cuban fighters. They were just there. So we was all getting rounds in like crazy. So, and when you're training with Cuban fighters, you got to be really on point because they take advantage of every mistake you make at all times. So I just had to, so I've been working so much on fundamentals, you know what I mean? Even before the fight was announced for me. So that's really how I'm looking at it. Like, yo, just take your fundamentals in the ring. You know what I mean? Take your hunger in the ring, continue to condition, and let's get it on.
You know what? You hit the nail right on the head. So now it's okay. It's kind of like I want to say you kind of like was at a disadvantage, but then the other guys at a disadvantage as well. He hasn't had time to prepare for you, like you really haven't had enough time to prepare for him. So it's you guys are both professionals. You're going to have to figure it out while you're in the ring. I do believe in your jab. You have a damn good jab. Of course, you got a nice right cross. You can fight on the back foot. You're really good at setting traps. I've seen the way you were setting traps with Michael Coffin once he became over aggressive. So you can fight on the back foot or the front foot, but your jab is going to be the key to it. Work behind that jab, I think you're pretty slick. Because I've seen this guy box. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I think, but I don't think he is as slick as you. You know what I mean? From what I've seen, I don't think he's as slick as you. But you 15-6. Your record is what it is, but you've never been stopped in a fight. This is the opportunity for you to really, really turn it around. I think if you upset this apple cart right here, it's gonna be like, okay, wait a minute. Every time this guy get in the ring, his past 3 fights with undefeated. Well, you know, undefeated fighters, you know what I mean? We just threw him in there, and for him to be able to, you know, turn it on and do what he did. And you don't listen, bro, check this out. ESPN Plus. It's I don't know how many people gonna be watching, but it's gonna be a lot of people watching this fight. You the co-main.
Right. I'm
see what I'm
excited.
saying? Yeah.
I'm excited. I got the same mindset you have right now. Like, yo, the first undefeated fighter was on PBC. Now they bring me for another undefeated fighter on Top Rank. So, hey, I love the scenario here. So let's prove, like you said, like let's prove again the first one wasn't a fluke.
Yeah.
I want that. I want to take that O. You feel me? I need that. The O got to come with me.
Hey, see. Damn, I was. Hey, when I come to Vegas, I'm gonna hit you up because I'm gonna be doing a lot of traveling this year. I'm going to Vegas, going to LA. I will be hitting Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, more than likely. Baltimore, probably Texas, Dallas, and more than likely Houston. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of traveling because I want to like do face-to-face interviews, right? So when I come to Vegas, I'll definitely hit you up, man. But look here, man, this shit ain't sweet over here, man. This shit, it ain't, you know, it ain't sweet over here. I don't know what y'all was thinking, but I'm gonna tell you something. Thank you for the opportunity, but boy, it's gonna be, listen, that two-piece down the pipe all night, baby. True. That two-piece down the pipe. Hey, it is what it is, man. I'm like, hey, damn, I wish I was your hype man. Boy, if I could just be in your like walk you to the ring, or just be your hype man and like in the gym or something like that. Cause I'm a real like hyper person. You know what I mean? As you can tell, you know, I get excited about the smallest of things. You know what I mean? The smallest of opportunities. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man. You know, I talk a lot of shit too. So
hey, I love that shit talking, man. I need that. I'm usually a quiet, chill dude, but I feed off that. I really do. You know what I mean? I love it. You know what I'm saying? I need that excitement. You know what I'm saying? We all do. You feel me?
Yeah, man, for sure, man. So, who are some of the trainers that you've been working with for this?
The main trainer I've been working with is Rodney Chrysler. You may see him with Devin Haney all the time, working with Devin Haney in the gym. So I've still been really working with him a whole lot. You know what I mean? I actually got a lot of, you know, what's the word? I don't want to say lecturing, but a lot of like, you know, lessons, I guess, from Coach K.
Yeah.
Who's, you know, working with Efe and working with young Jared Anderson. So I've been getting a lot of, you know, he's been giving me a lot of tips, I guess, talking to me, you know, letting me know what's going on and everything, things I need to work on too. You know, I'm just a very open person, but you know what I mean? But yeah, it's really those two, Bob Santos, who's trainer of the year, I guess, as well, and management. So these guys have really been, you know, giving me pointers, slow to speak, you know what I'm saying? Making sure I kind of point me in the right direction, whether it's on the bag or anything like that. So that's been very helpful.
Man, so are you? I know last time you was on here, man. You told me you were shooting dice. Hey, do you still got the hot hand on the dice?
Hey man, I had to get off the dice tables for a little bit. You know, I didn't kind of turn to, you know, because I look at gambling as aggressive investing. Yeah. And I'll be the first to admit, like sometimes, man, you think you about to win here, you think you about to win there, and then the ship sink. So you got to catch the ship before it's sinking. Yeah. You got to walk away. You got to have that discipline. You got to have that, you know, that mindset to like, okay, if it ain't going up, it ain't going in the right direction. Let me get out of there. But as a fighter, as ambitious, you know, as you are, if you getting hit, you getting beat up, you keep thinking, I just got to land this one hard shot. I got to land this one hard shot. But nah, you got to make another move. So long story short, I kind of been doing a little bit more of the sports betting. You know what I mean? Okay. I mean, you know, I had to switch it up just a little bit because I was, you know, wasn't going too good. So I've been doing a little bit more of the sports betting and doing my best to stay out of the casino in general because I can just train even harder. I even noticed, yo, it ain't really worth sometimes chasing extra money. If you got enough to eat real quick, go train some more, go train some more, go train some more. And then lo and behold, thank God, now I got a fight opportunity. So now that's my biggest focus right now. This is a fight.
Shout out to Edwin Castillo. He said, don't look at him the way Booger Ray looked at Floyd. okay. Salute to Edwin Castillo. So you out there in Vegas. Explain to me what is for a lot of the fans, a lot of your fans that may be watching, and just the fans of the sport in general. Explain to the people what is the Vegas scene like, and why is it so important? What is it about fighters that like to go to Vegas and train? What is it about Vegas?
Well, you know, that's a good question. The biggest thing that brought me to Vegas was I was constantly running into so many top level fighters. Like the first time I sparred Luis Ortiz, I was just out here in Vegas, or I came to camp one day and it was just so many fighters, like, that were all here, everywhere, so many gyms. And I think it's kind of psychological too, because as a fighter, you always want to be out there with the clubs, the entertainment, and all that. But just in the back of your mind, knowing it's about 30 minutes away, you don't have to go there. You just kind of know it's there, so you kind of satisfied. And you can just focus on your own training. And the actual community life is very strong here. There's a lot of families out here. It's just when you go to the strip, that's where the chaos is at. You see what I'm saying? You stay away from there and you just focus on training in the various gyms that are around, you're gonna be in a good shape all the time. Because there's so many boxing gyms within about 20 minutes of each other. So many boxing gyms. And like I said, I've been in camp at the camp. Charles Martin, Gerald Washington came down for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Tyson Fury. I'm working with Jerry Anderson to come to Vegas. I mean, and the list just goes on and on. Like these guys come out here and they train, and usually because of the fights, I feel like at MGM, they kind of come down here to train close to where the fights are gonna be at. So whenever there's a big fight, a lot of other heavyweights to come to town. Like when Frank Martin fought, some big heavyweight from Switzerland came because he was a big fan of Frank Martin and a part of his camp. So he came and trained with me. You know what I mean? We sparred. Motherfucker like 6'6". You know what I'm saying? I just been training with so many guys. I'm just in the right location. So I think it's just the Vegas atmosphere is really about business.
Do you explain to me how does the sparring work? Like, do you just get in where you fit in? Do you get paid for sparring, or how does that work?
Well, sometimes you get paid. Like I said, Charles Martin, he paid a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Charles Martin. He still got the Al Heyman championship money, baby.
Yeah.
Joe Joyce would pay a lot. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these up and coming guys, we all in the same boat. The only thing is they got more sponsorships. They ain't worried about nothing. So I usually don't get paid with them, which is cool because I know we all up and coming. But the payment's gonna come when that opportunity comes. That's how I look at it. You see what I'm saying? And I'll let the coaches, they'll talk and say how many rounds they need, so the coaching staff have to work together to see how many rounds I would get this day or that day. And we go at it, man. The whole mindset is to get better. Yeah, I don't just spar for no reason. I spar to get better. I spar to work on different things. Even if I'm paid to spar, I'm spar to work on different things. I'm spar to make you better. And if you don't need me there, then that's cool. If you do, then let's continue to iron sharpen iron. You know what I mean? So that's how it's been going.
I see what you're saying. So like right now, whether even if you don't get paid, it's still like you said, you get a lot of you guys in the same boat. So you get an opportunity just even for yourself on a personal note to stay sharp. You know what I mean? Because just in case you get that phone call, you don't want to get that phone call and you're not ready. You ain't been training. Have you? Exactly. How was the road work been for you? Like road work, have you been?
My bad. The road work has definitely been on a constant increase. You know what I mean? So I've been feeling real good. Just getting that extra running in. You know what I mean? And of course, dieting even better, hitting the sauna, like doing all the extra things. So I've been very excited about that. Been very good on it, and it's just been fantastic for me. And of course, because it's easy for you to get in sparring shape. That ain't the same as fighting shape. And that's what I'm also realizing. Like you get in there, I'm like, man, I done did like, what I'm saying? Literally, I done did like eight rounds and no problem, 30-second rest. But then you got to check yourself. Like, let me step back and reevaluate. Like, I'm in there, maybe surviving off certain skills, maybe, saying like you said, we all can see that if I do get too tired, I can stand there, make you miss, pity pat. That ain't the way. That ain't the real formula for it to be a real big time winner. So lately I'm dealing with that. Like I'm getting gut checked low key. Like, yo, you got to take it to the next level. And again, that's a big thank you to Efe Ajagba, because I'm like, whew, man, now we really taking it to that next level. And I got to keep on climbing right with him. You feel me? So a lot of times you be around these top fighters, you got to feed off of it because they want to be successful. They hungry. You want to be successful. You hungry. You stay around hungry people and y'all keep on getting better and better. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm getting gut checked a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You're talking about the actual mentality. Like you're around people, and you not only everybody keeping each other sharp on physically, but then mentally, it's a certain mentality that you have to have. You might have to sit on those punches, in order to get that stoppage when it comes. You know what I mean? In order to be focused, try to imagine every scenario. Who is the trainer that's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Rodley Chrysler and Bones Adams.
Oh, them the same ones, right? You've been
Yeah,
rolling
same ones.
Okay,
Rodley Chrysler and Bones Adams. So we ready.
So I know they was happy. I know they was happy when you got that phone call.
Absolutely, they were very happy. And again, you know what I mean. It's a huge opportunity. It's a huge opportunity. But again, I do hate, low key in the back of my mind, I do hate that it's because of Oscar Rivas getting hurt, or like when I first fought Coffee, it was because of Gerald Washington getting the whole COVID situation. So, I think about that a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's my job to be extremely grateful then and say, hey, you know what? I'm grateful. I'm grateful for them as well. So I got to really take advantage of this opportunity. I can't just sit here and just let it go to waste. Like, I got to go and beat this dude. That's what I'm trying to tell myself constantly. I got to go and beat this dude too.
Yeah, for sure. Again, things happen in life. Oscar Rivas got sick. Things happen. Gerald Washington, that happened when you got the opportunity for Michael Coffey. Listen, that ain't, don't worry about that. That what happened with them, you sympathize with them. But right now, the opportunity is here for you. It was this moment was meant for you. And you definitely got to have that mentality that, hey, man, I got to do what I got to do to stop this guy, period. If you want to, you feel bad for Oscar Rivas and Gerald Washington, you feel bad for those guys. Okay. How you show them how bad you feel, go in there and win. Go in there and get that stoppage. Say, look here, baby boy, don't worry about it. I got that there. You weren't able to make it, but I was able to come in and fill in, and I handled that for you. You see what I'm saying? Now, what we can do is, now that you feeling better again, if you want some of this, you can get some too. Now, I know we friends, we've been training and stuff, but I'm just saying, I'm just throw that out there. Yeah.
That makes sense. That's how it is at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. So you know what I mean? Yo, that's where I'm at. The mentality is refocused. I finally, I really feel like I done locked in. I'm like, yo, I got to fucking fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah. Like, this ain't sparring. We ain't sparring for these guys like I've been doing all year. This is for me. So let's get it. You know what I mean? So I really definitely want y'all to tune in January 14th, baby, because I got to put on a show. I gotta shoot it all till it run out, and it ain't running out. It's all night. So, oh man, I'm really up, man. I'm pumped.
Man, Johnny, listen, I'm doing a fight party next weekend for this fight. To see Efe Ajagba, to see you fight, doing a fight party. I'm gonna have a video. I know I'm gonna be crunk. I definitely, man, just I know you're getting ready for the fight, so I don't want to hold you too long. I just want to thank you, man, for really taking the time out of your schedule to really come on the show. I was just excited, just me being a fan of yours. I'm like, man, yeah, we finna put pause on, buddy. I gotta get Jonnie Rice on, and that's all I was talking about last week. And then yesterday I told people, and then now today I'm happy. But I know, you're fighting next week, so whatever. I don't want to give too much what your regimen is and stuff like that, because I know you got somebody fighting. But man, is there anything you sponsors? Okay, sponsors. You don't have any sponsors at all, right?
Nah, no sponsors yet. So I'm pretty sure they'll roll in once I knock this dude out. So that's what I'm also fighting for.
Okay, so this is an opportunity of a lifetime. This is what you did in the past don't matter. What this dude background is, what your background is don't matter. Right now, next week is the moment. Next week, next Friday, next Saturday is the moment. Just like an opportunity open up for you to be in this position. Opportunity can open up for you once you win this fight. So, is your wife still coming over? Y'all still trying to get her to come over, the papers and stuff?
Yeah, the paper's going good. They already going through, but she won't be able to come here till like the fall, because when she do come, she'll already be able to go working, and she'll have all her her citizenship rights, get a job, do all that good stuff, whatever she want to do. But that won't happen till the fall. Obviously, after this fight, I'm gonna go home and see my moms. I ain't seen her in a minute. Got to see my moms first. Then I'll probably go back and see her. But right now, we're gonna win this fight. We're gonna spend the money again. We're gonna spend it right, because I gotta basically take a few money management classes. You know what I'm saying? Because even if boxers do get that much money at one time, we don't be managing it right. I can attest to that. I did some good things with it, but you could do so much more to where you never go broke again if you get a big six-figure payday. I'm looking into that, especially after this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna call my main man Freeway. He do a lot of big things in boxing. And we'll see what we can do about these damn sponsors, man. We got to try to get you something. You got to win this fight. You got to win this fight. Jonnie, man, thank you so much, brother, for coming on, man. Is there anything else, any parting words that you would like to say to the audience before you leave? Your social media, how they can follow you?
Hey, I'm just happy so much for the support. You know, support goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? Whether you love me or hate me, it all helps me. It all helps. We all can help each other. We all connected. I believe in everything. It's going to work out for all of our benefits and goods. You know what I mean? Happy New Year. Let's go strong. Let's learn from last year and move forward this year. You know what I mean? Follow me at Forever Jonnie Rice. We're going to put them paws on your boy January 14th for real. You know what I'm saying? Hungry's dog going to get the steak, baby. I'm hungry. I ain't eating a while, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right, man. Hey, shout out to my brother Jonnie Rice, man. Let's give him a round of applause. He's training. He's getting ready. He will be fighting next weekend. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. We will be going live. Fight party. We're going to be hyped. We're going to be crunk. And we team Jonnie Rice over here, man. Salute to you, my brother, man. Much love, man. Shout out to Jonnie Rice, man. Round of applause, man. Round of applause to Six-Figure Jonnie. Six-Figure Jonnie, man. Six-Figure Jonnie. Six-Figure Jonnie, man. That's right. We're going to put paws. We're going to put hands and feet on Buddy next weekend. It is what it is. I got to call it the way I see it. They're going to say, Coach, wait a minute. Coach, you doing a little too much. Coach, you doing a little too much. No, man, no. All jokes aside, though, bro. Like a lot of times in boxing, it's about the story. And you kind of you love fighters who have a good story that they come from, right? Everybody love underdogs. You know what I mean? Jonnie Rice is an underdog. You know, he's an underdog in the boxing world. And he's not the only one, though. He's not the only one. You have people like I ain't talking about the fighters who came out of the Olympics with high praise and stuff. You know, like fighters like Bernard Hopkins. He came out of the penitentiary. Literally was an overachiever. You have fighters like damn. I wanted to say Tommy Morrison. Just fighters who, just came out of nowhere, and you know what I mean? Just opportunities opened up, and it's something that he said about money management, and I'm learning this, and I learned this a few years ago, probably about 2017. Like when you make money, the most important thing you can invest in is a mentor. But when you start making money, you got to have a tax law accountant. You have to have a tax law attorney. You got to have dudes who understand tax laws, and you have to understand how to budget your money. So you'll know what to live off of, what not to live off of. That's financial literacy, of course. So, Lord knows I messed up. I messed up some money, boy. I mean, I ain't never had no millions or nothing like that, but I've had over $100,000 before. Messed it up. Now it's that was in the past, but now it's like, okay, certain things that that you need. A lot of things that I chase and win at, I realized, man, I should have invested in a mentor. That's one of the best things you can get. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, and and I sit back and look at it in hindsight. But I definitely want to see him win. And there's a lot of like Joe Smith. Look at Joe Smith. Joe Smith Jr. Joe Smith Jr. is one of my favorite fighters. Now, is he the most talented? No. But Joe Smith, the reason why Joe Smith Jr. is one of my favorite fighters, the man a construction worker. The man come from construction. The man is a blue-collar fighter, a blue-collar worker. You get what I'm saying? Joe Smith Jr. is one of my favorite fighters in boxing. Like literally, you know what I mean? He's one of my favorite fighters. He got it the hard way. So pause. So I like the underdog stories, man. Hey, let's get the lights up. We need 54 more lights. Let me open up the phone line. 54 more lights. Let me open up the phone lines over, man. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. I like the underdogs, man. I like the underdog. Joe Smith Jr., he's one of my favorite fighters in boxing, man. Literally, that brother there, Joe Smith's one of my favorite fighters in boxing.
Ebony Taylor is stepping onto the R&B scene with the soulful sounds of love. Our next special occasion, visit us online at freewayrecordsllc.com.
Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Like, bro, listen. I don't know who the fighter is, but I would be a hell of a hype man for a fighter. Boy, let me tell you something. Boy, let me tell you something. Boy, listen, I would be a hell of a ringside fight announcer. Like I like Timothy Bradley and all those guys right there. That's cool. That's cool. And I know, I'm professional. I fought before. This what I have on you. I fought before. I know about the sport. I've been in the business. All that's cool and dandy. But it's something y'all ain't got. Y'all ain't got what I got. True. Y'all ain't got that energy. Y'all ain't got that fire. Y'all ain't got that passion. You know what I mean? You don't know how to make people visualize what they're seeing or visualize what you're saying through your words. You don't know how to paint pictures with words like the way I do. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you did all that. You're Hall of Fame and all that stuff there, but you ain't got the swag I got. You ain't got the motivation, the dedication, the desire, the passion that I have. You don't have that. You know what I mean? You can't teach that. It's either you got it or you don't. You see what I'm saying? The analogies that we come with. The analogies that we come with. You see what I'm saying? Now can you motivate your guy in the ring? Look here, man. Check this out, dog. You gotta win this fight, right? You gotta win this fight right here. You done been knocked down. Your baby mama at home with third leg Tyrone, and she said that he big boned it. She said she's at home with third leg Tyrone, and she said and she's saying that he big boned it. Now, third leg Tyrone look like this dude right here who just knock you down. Now we don't did everything we need to do in the gym, dog. We don't did everything we need to do in the gym. You see what I'm saying? But right now, man, you got to dig deep because there ain't no telling what's going to happen after this fight. You know how bad you want it, baby. Listen, the hungriest dog going to get the steak. I need to know how hungry you is, fam. I need to know how hungry you is. I can't get in there and fight with you. You got to do this here. Mano y mano, 2-piece down the pipe. Bap, bap. You see what I'm saying? This what it got to be. You got to let it all go, man. You got to let it all go. Like I'm just saying, it may work, it may not work out, man, but I just want my fighter to give his all. I just said, just let me be the hype man. Let me be the hype man. I'll be a Flavor Flav to Chuck D. I'll be a Too Big MC to MC Hammer. I'll be a Spliff Star to Busta Rhymes. You know what I mean? I do that. I ain't got no problem with that. I do all that there. Sure enough, Will. I'm trying to tell you, man, I run these dudes out of business, bro. Like, bro, let me commentate the fight, ringside announcer, anything like that. Ringside announcer, all that there. Man, I run these dudes, man. Come on, man. I'm not, listen, I believe in me, and I do not lack confidence at all. True. I'm not one of these dudes. I'm not one of these dudes who gonna be timid. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm around. Whew. Shit, I'm around all these. Oh, goddamn, Andre Ward's right there. Oh, Lord, Timothy Bradley's there. Oh, Teddy Atlas is right there. Oh, my gosh, I'm sitting in the midst of these guys. These guys are great. Nah, nigga, I'm great, too. Yeah, y'all did y'all thing, but I'm great. Yeah, I'm great. Y'all gonna recognize my greatness. You know what I mean? And that's what it's gonna be. Shit, I'm great, too. I ain't finna be sitting back. You know what I mean? I'm from West Tampa, bro. Listen, we don't bow down to no goddamn body. For real, though.
Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman.
Yeah, I'm great too. Shit, you know what I mean? Shit, shit. Listen. You got. I got a mouth and 2 ears, just like you got a mouth and 2 ears. You see what I'm saying? So shit. And guess what? Hey, can't neither one of them out-talk me. So, not only out-talk me, but but the substance. See, it ain't. It's what you. Sometimes it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. You see what I'm saying? You can sit back and say, oh, that was a nice left jab by Jonnie Rice. And it looks like Guido is stunned. That was a nice jab, Dre. That was a nice jab, Dre. It does look like he kind of stunned. Now, if Jonnie Rice can follow it up, or you can say like, oh, goddamn, well, that was a nice jab by Jonnie Rice. 2-piece down the pipe. Oh, Guido in trouble. Boy, they got Guido on the ropes. Oh, Jonnie Rice would have stepped the gas up on him. Pick up the gas. Like, it's said the exact same thing the way they said it, but it was my delivery, which is so much more better. You see what I'm saying? So much more better. You got to let the people got to feel what you're saying. When you talk, see, this is the way I do it. When I talk as though the people can't see me, but they can hear me. Imagine just listening to a telecast or a broadcast on the radio. You got to be able to feel what that person is saying. So when, because if you can feel what he's saying, you can visualize what he's saying. You get what I'm saying? If you feel what he's saying, you can visualize what he's saying. But if you can't visualize it, that's because you can't feel it. True. He said, what about Sugar Ray Leonard, coach? What about Sugar Ray? What about Sugar Ray? What about Sugar Ray, fam? Shout out to Jamie. What did he say? He said better and more powerful. Yeah, I said the same thing they said, but it was my delivery. It was my delivery. You see what I'm saying? They're going to have to cut the check on me, though. They're going to be like, hey, they're going to have to cut the check on me, boy. I'm like, hey, look here, man. I ain't no drop shot, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I don't give a damn who that is over there. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gotta hype our fighter up. Because me, like, I gotta be able to get into the mind. If I'm a hype man, I gotta get into the mind of the fighter that I'm a hype man for. It's very important that he not only believes that he has the capabilities of winning this fight. Like, pressure, they say, man, you can't put too much pressure on anybody. Nah, it's like this here. I'm gonna tell you like my grandfather Kareem taught me. He said, brother, let me tell you something. Let's say you got a slab of bricks and you need to put these bricks on a wooden board, like a thick piece of plywood, right? Now, when you got to put these bricks on this plywood, right? You can't get any piece of wood. You need the type of wood that's going to stand up to the pressure, the weight of the bricks. So you have to test the board when you bring it over there, the plywood, when you bring it over there. You may put 1 or 2 bricks on there, see how does it hold up under the pressure. If you put 3 or 4 bricks on there and it break, then that particular board has a 3-4 brick limit, weight limit, right? It can't handle the pressure. You need something that can stand up to 10 bricks. So you get another board and another board. Then you find that board where you put all 10 of those bricks on, and that board bend, but it doesn't break. Guess what? That's the board you're looking for. True. That's the one you're looking for. You want the one that can bend, but don't break under pressure. And the only way you're going to know what you got, you're going to have to test that board. How does that relate to boxing? It relates this way in the boxing. When you are a fighter, you are that board. When you're fighting an opponent, that opponent is testing you. It may be situations in the fight, the way you may get knocked down. We got over 260 people in here, guys. We need 38 more lights. It may be a situation where you may get knocked down. We're not worried about whether you get knocked down or not. You got knocked down. Tell me what you're going to do when you get back up. Can you get back up? That's what I want to know. Can you get back up? Fighters get knocked down in fights. That happens. Sugar Ray don't got knocked down. But what he did when he got back up? All of them get knocked down, right? Ali got knocked down. You see what I'm saying? So adversity, and this is how it's relative in life to life. Adversity makes you stronger. Always be thankful for the hard times, because the hard times shows you who you are. It builds character. You see what I'm saying? Whatever hard times you may be going through in your life right now, you may be dealing with a loved one that's sick. You may be dealing with someone that passed away, and you're dealing with the grief of that. What I learned in life, I'm gonna tell you guys some real stuff. I'm gonna tell you what I learned, man. What I learned in life is this. My mother passed away July 7th, 1999. I was 25 years old. And very sad. It bothered me. I have a picture of my mother right there on the wall right behind me. My mother, my Aunt May, right above the Muhammad Ali. I got them right here. So every time I do a show, I got pictures of my mom from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, my Aunt May, you know, stuff like that. I got all them right there, right? I got to get the rest of my family members on the wall, right? But what I realized is the sun came out the next day. The birds were chirping. The earth was still spinning at 1,037 1/3 miles per hour. The earth was still rotating around the sun while it was spinning. It being 93 million miles away from the sun, you know, nothing changed. The diameter of the earth, 7,296 miles from the top of the ground to the core of the earth. None of that stopped. It was as though life kept going. Circle of life, right? We process in, we process out. And I realized that, you know what? When I die, when I leave here, it's going to be the exact same thing. It's just going to keep going. It's just going to keep going. And what I learned in life is not based on sympathy. Life doesn't care who lives or who dies. It keeps going. You have a child that may pass away. Somebody passed away on New Year's. Guess what? Life keeps going. It doesn't care. Process in, process out. When someone is leaving, someone is coming in. Pause. You get what I'm saying? So I take these life lessons and I try to go hard at everything that I do. Because I believe in me. And as a fighter, as a boxer, Jonnie Rice is going to have to believe in himself. Guido, the guy he's fighting, is going to have to believe in himself. Efe Ajagba is going to have to believe in himself. These other fighters who get in the ring and fight, from Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall, Alicia Baumgartner, or even the fighters that's Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, or Joe Smith Jr., Berterviev, from Canelo, from the Crawfords, the elite fighters, or to the non-elite fighters. It takes heart to step in that ring. It takes courage to step in that ring. But what's going to show you what you're really made of is when you go through adversity. How are you going to handle the adversity when it hits? Because surely adversity will hit. Surely adversity will strike. And when it strikes, you got to be ready to ball. You got to be ready to ball, man. When it strikes, you got to be ready to ball. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? You got to cry. Shit, I cry all the time. You know what I mean? I don't cry all the time, but it hit me. It hit me sometimes. It hit me, cry all the time. It hit me sometimes, but guess what? I say, you know what, man? Don't nobody give a fuck. Nobody cares. We have over 7 billion people on the planet. If I drop dead right now today, guess what? It was as though I never existed. Out of 7 billion people, how many people know me? Out of 7 billion people, how many people know you? Out of 7 billion people, how many people do I know? So in the grand scheme of things, it's as unless you just a real famous person like a Michael Jackson and you left an impact on the world where you known on a global scale. If you didn't leave an impact like that, how many people don't know? It was as though you was never here. It's like when it's raining, you got millions of raindrops or trillions of raindrops falling from the sky. No one recognizes that one particular raindrop that hit the ground first or hit the water first. Oh, this was the first raindrop. Nah, it's so many raindrops. No one's gonna miss that one raindrop unless you had a personal relationship with it. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I look at things. So me, look, man, you're gonna cry. You're gonna keep going. If you got haters, good. Because you ain't got nothing, you ain't doing nothing. And you gotta keep fighting. Keep going. Keep fighting, keep going. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. Oh, Muff, you got your birthday? You got your balloons, huh? Okay. All right, I'll be there. All right, yeah, so. All right. You got a date the day my daughter's birthday. She's 10. She's 10 years old now. Yeah, man, but you get what I'm saying, though? Yeah. You gotta keep going, baby boy. You gotta keep going, baby boy. I'm telling you, bro. Like, shout out to my sister Bless. Tell you, boy, I'll be a hell of a hype man, boy. Hell of a hype man. But the difference between me and other hype men, as what the brothers say, the Migos say, I walk it like I talk it. Like, I don't just talk it, I really walk it, I live it. You know what I mean? I think the gift that God gave me is I'm an action taker. If it's something that needs to be done, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna procrastinate with it. Well, I try my best. Anyways. Not that that's who I am. I'm a self-motivator. And I draw motivation from anything. You know what I mean? I draw motivation from ants, bees, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I draw motivation from anything. And this is what I want these fighters to understand. Like a lot of these fighters, you know, like we understand the star fighters, the Tank Davises, the top guys. You know what I mean? But what about those blue collar fighters? You know, Efe Ajagba, you know, he got a little name on himself. You know, he's famously known for, he's over at the PBC, then he used to spar with Deontay Wilder. Efe Ajagba him and Deontay Wilder kind of look very similar, to be honest with you. Both of them are dark skinned. Both of them about the same height. Both of them have that same build. You get what I'm saying? So, and I think he came from Nigeria, right? Came from somewhere, one of those countries in Africa. Fighters like Mickey Ward, you know what I mean? You know, fighters, man, that, you know, when you look at some of the classic fights over the years that you saw, you see what I'm saying? You seen fighters go through adversity. And this is what I try to tell these guys, like, well, he got hurt against such and such. Bro, welcome to the fight game, partner. People get hurt. Oh, he from Nigeria? Hey, thank you for letting me know, Lil Green. He from Nigeria. Okay. I mean, you get what I'm saying? He got stunned. He got stunned. All right, I think I'm back now. I think I'm back. He got sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on the internet. He got stunned. Okay, yeah, welcome to the fight game, partner. That's what happened. You get stunned in fights. You get stunned in fights. That's what happened. Welcome to the fight game. You're gonna get stunned in fights. Oh, he got rocked. Yeah, that's what happened in fights. Shout out to Shy News. He said, great interview and great advice you gave Jonnie Rice on to take the moment. Yeah, you got to take the moment, man. You got to take the moment, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? We got to take the moment, man. You know what? One of my favorite songs is by Eminem. That song he got called Lose Yourself. I like that song, Lose Yourself. I like that because, you know, you got to, I forgot how the words go, but it was very climactic, the way he started the song out, and then the way the beat built up, and the way he elevated his voice. And it was a lot of sports figures listen to music to get motivation, right? That's why we're going to have recording artists on this show as well. I'm going to be interviewing some well-known recording artists, and I'm going to be interviewing some up-and-coming recording artists as well, producers as well. A lot of people I'm going to be interviewing. We're not just going to be interviewing fighters. I want to interview managers, booking agents, just other things, right? And everything is tied into boxing. But the reason why I enjoy interviewing musicians, artists, and stuff like that is because music is a part of our everyday life. When you work out, you listen to music for motivation. When the fighter is, as a matter of fact, we can go to any fighter's gym. They got some music playing in the background. Or they got their earbuds they have on and they're listening to the music. That, you know, when they come to the ring, they got music playing. So music, entertainment, music is a part of boxing. Because boxing is a part of everyday life. You're fighting to overcome obstacles in order to get to the top. Music is a part of everyday life. It might be words in these lyrics that motivate you to keep going. Like one of my favorite You know, one of my favorite songs I like to listen to is Tupac and Ambitious of a Rider. My Ambitious as a Rider. You know, shout out to Daz Dillon who produced that. That's my song. I like that song. You know what I mean? I like that song. You know what I mean? So when I want to get motivated, I listen to that. I'll be out there working out, and I sink in. I get right there. It's hard as gangsters, like that's it. So you know, when these fighters come into the ring, they need that. You're gonna see what? You're gonna see. I remember when Mike Tyson was fighting, right? All the celebrities used to come out. Celebrities from different backgrounds, actors, you know, musical recording artists, CEOs, like everybody from people from many different walks of life came out to see Mike fight. They couldn't fight, but he could. They came, and guess what? He used to listen to some of their music coming to the ring, or listen to their music training. Floyd Mayweather, the same thing. Canelo Alvarez, he got the mariachi band. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So I look at it, it's all one and the same, if you get me. Y'all get what I'm saying? Shout out to Shy News. He said, great interview, great advice. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to Shy News, man. Salute, fam. Salute. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Food Revolution. What to say, sis? You said, my motivation, the song is Moment of Life by Nicki Minaj, even though I don't like any of her other music. Moment of Life, I think I heard that before. I think I heard that before. You know what I mean? He said, I like when Tyson used to walk out there with no music. I mean, to each his own, you know. To each his own. Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Harleen. What did he say? He said, I blast Prodigy in the gym. In the gym, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. DMX, you coming out with DMX. Hey, yeah, you can't help but get hyped off DMX. You coming out playing DMX, boy. Yeah, how can you not get hyped playing DMX? Hey, we need 21 more likes. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. What in the hell? Yeah, we need 21 more likes. Hold on. How can we, as a matter of fact, hold on, let me blow this back up. Something happened. The hell? Sorry about that. I'm trying to figure out what the hell going on. What did you say, Mickey Minaj? That's Harleen. That's what Harleen say. What do you say, Hellraiser? Always gotten by Tupac. Yeah, whatever it is. He say, set it off by Straff. Set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off on the right, y'all. Set it off. Yeah. So RIP, dog. Yeah. Shout out to Food Revolution. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, though? Salute to my sister Lisa Bell's in the building. Lisa in the building, man. Lisa, what's going on, sis? Lisa Bell's in the building. Drumming for Life in the building. Swat Jones. G Daddy, what's going on, fam? Everybody say, you say there's enough money out here for all fighters if they talk to the people and let us know they exist. Yeah. I mean, I think in this day and age, some people, they don't. I think in this day and age, some people they don't know how to. Like, I think a lot of these people, some of these fighters, they don't like. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Lisa. You say you're hanging in there? Okay, sis. Keep on hanging in there, sis. They don't like, shout out to my sister Nick. What's going on, Nick? They don't like talking in front of the camera, you know, whatever, you know. Listen, check this out. Boxing today, especially in today's time, is very similar to the music scene today. Where am I going at with this? I remember when we had Kid Austin on, I was talking to his father, and we was talking about that. Back in the day, and I want to say maybe the early 2000s on back, you know, in music, they used to have A&Rs, and they had an A&R department, and they'll sign the artist to a production deal, a demo deal, something like that, and he'll, you know, go make them a good demo. The A&R job was to make sure that we find the right hits or whatever for this artist, polish him up, yada, 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 yada. Kind of like a farming system. You know, then when the artist is ready, then we release them, right? Drop a single out there, test the song in the market, test the song in a certain market to see how it catches on. You may try the Spokane, Washington area. You know, you get with the people at Moses Media, you know, and try to target certain demographics to see which song catches fire, right? But now those days are over with. Now an artist has to already know the business. You got to know how to promote yourself. You have to know how to, have your own audience, have some sales that they can look at. You got to have your own built-in audience. When you go do shows, how many people are there? Are you able to sell tickets? Stuff like that. So you got to be an already packaged machine, already packaged in your own right, and put money behind yourself and build your fan base in your region on your own. So when the majors do come to you, you know, they don't have much. They don't have to do all that building you from scratch, taking a risk on you because you already have an audience. Well, boxing is the same way now. When you have boxing fighters that are independent, they're not like a Jonnie Rice, they're not, you know, they really don't have any long-term contracts with major networks or promotional companies. That fighter has to make himself attractive enough to make a promoter want to sign him. He got to hustle. He got to get out there. You get what I'm saying? Stay in the gym, training with different fighters. Be at the right gyms, training with different fighters. Keep your name out there. Keep talking, get on the phone. Yeah, man, I'm over here training that such and such. You know what I mean? That's something like somebody like me will do, right? Yeah, man, I got Jonnie Rice over here in Vegas right now. He training with Efe Ajagba, man. He ready. He doing real good. He got some footage of him right here. You see what I'm saying? We ought to put pause on Michael Coughlin already. Bap, 2-piece. We don't put the 2-piece on him already. He don't want no more smoke. It is what it is, man. I don't care who y'all bring to the table, man. We ready. You know, if you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready. You see what I'm saying? We ready over here, boy. We ready over here. We've been doing our thing, and as a matter of fact, and you build yourself up through certain regions and markets. You have local promoters. You have local promoters in different regions. Build yourself in a certain region with a local promoter who's always putting on fight shows and fight cards or whatever. Keep yourself, you get what I'm saying? He say thoughts on Franco Aoka scorecards. I don't even remember, fam. I don't even remember AI, to be honest with you. When did they fight? Oh, you mean last week? You mean that fight was a draw? Yeah, that fight was a draw. I mean, it was a close fight. I don't, it was a close fight. So it was a close fight. I'm not tripping either way, to be honest with you. It was a close fight. I mean, a draw. It could have went either way, as far as I'm concerned. What you say, Food Revolution? You say it's the same in the food product industry. They want to see how much money they're going to make. They're going to make to invest based on how much you invest in yourself. Yeah, that's it. That's just where it's at. That's just where it's at. Yeah. Because a lot of, you know what I mean? So a lot of fighters, that's what they got to do. You got to find a way to diversify. You got to be creative. And if you have the hustle, the drive, the determination, you'll be surprised. Hustle, drive, and determination to get you a long ways. It'll get you a long ways. And not only that, but consistency as well. As long as you are consistent as well. You get what I'm saying? And what you say, Rico Ransom? Rico Ransom say, but what's so weird, these bosses have social media now and they have no excuses. You know the crazy part about it, Rico? This is what I admire so much about Ryan Garcia. These fighters today, they have social media. They don't understand how powerful that tool is, especially if you know how to use it and you use it right. They don't understand, dude, you got a fan base. You have fans. You have a fan base. You have fans. You one of the best fighters in the world, or you're an up-and-coming fighter. You're undefeated. Like, bro, they don't really know how to market themselves and motivate themselves to build a fan base. They really don't. They really don't. How to make themselves attractive. How to make themselves attractive. You get what I'm saying? Hell, it is what it is. Shout out to Lisa Bells. What did I say? Took almost 10, 15 years for Floyd to corner all markets, WWE music, and triggering all the Filipino boxing fans. Yeah, man. Like a lot of, again, the politics in boxing, it is what it is. But I just think that now, and I was talking about Ryan Garcia. What I admire about Ryan Garcia, what he was able to do with social media. He has all type of endorsements, TV commercials. He really took advantage of the game in that way. And he made more money from his endorsements than probably most fighters make in boxing, just by using social media. He's young. He's a good-looking kid. His team is really marketing himself very well outside of the ring. And I'm not saying every fighter will be Ryan Garcia, but what I'm saying is you have social media. It's called social media for a reason. Socialize, build your fan base. And this is why I'm an advocate of fighters always doing interviews. Because the more interviews you do, the more better you're going to get at them. Some fighters may need a PR team. Some fighters, now some fighters, they may have so much money they don't care nothing about it. You get what I'm saying? But everybody can't do the same thing. You can't sit back and say, oh man, well Tank don't do this, and Canelo don't do this. Why should he do it? Well, they ain't taking Canelo. Anthony Joshua don't do that. Last time I checked, you ain't Anthony Joshua. So you don't have the luxury. You can't sit back and look at somebody who's in a way better situation than you is, more talented than you, got a better team than you, and literally just a bigger brand within the sport of boxing. You can't look at him and say, because he's not doing it, that's the reason why you shouldn't do it. No, he's not doing it because he don't have to. People kill me when they do that. Yeah, man, what's his name ain't doing it. You don't need to do that. No, they don't need to do that. You need to do that. True. Yeah, they don't need to do that. You need to do that. Don't sit back and yeah, man, I was at the dinner table and I saw the whole head cheese sandwich. He didn't put no ketchup on him to make himself look better. Yeah, but you eating a pork chop. You need some hot sauce on that. Well, what's the name ain't doing that? Yeah, but you ain't what's the name. You got to be real with yourself. You got to corner the market. Hit all the chitlin circuits. You on the chitlin circuit, fam. You a chitlin circuit fighter. So since you a chitlin circuit fighter, you got to get some hog mogs. You got to get some white rice. You got to get some collard greens. Some Kool-Aid. You got to get all that. You ain't caviar. You ain't creme de la creme. Right now, you in the chitlin circuit right now, baby boy. You got to understand that. Social media, your best friend. That camera, this phone right here, and a little bit of personality and swag, you'll be surprised. And you know what? This what I advise a fighter too. Look here, man. Get your social media team. Get your camera guy. If you ain't got a camera guy, use your phone. Put some skits together. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. But this just me though. Shout out to World Cup Back Sports. This just me though. This just me. I guess the way my mind is wired, you get what I'm saying? The way my mind is wired, guys, I see opportunity in everything. When others see pessimism, I see opportunity. I see opportunity. I am an opportunist. I see opportunity. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, the way I was raised, I'm gonna get it from the muscle. I'm gonna get the butter from the duck, and I'm gonna get the duck from the butter. True. Some country shit. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get the butter from the duck over here, man. That's what it's gonna do. You see what I'm saying? I said the Hot Rod. What did I say? Hot Rod. He said they don't even have to talk. Just get a film crew and show your work. Yeah. Get a film crew, show your work. Be a little creative too. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Hey, we need 10 more likes. Guys. I need 200. Be a little creative. Get a little personality about yourself. don't be against the ropes. He said, "What my boy Jonnie Rice? Yeah, you missed him. You missed him. You missed it, fam. Because he's trying to get ready for a fight. You get what I'm saying? So don't be, get a little personality. Get some swag about yourself. And it's not as simple as just I'm a trash talker. People gonna come see me because I talk trash. Nah, it ain't. It's not as simple as just talking trash. It's you gotta fight. You gotta figure out how to tap into people's emotions. What makes people move is their emotions. How can you get people to become emotionally invested in you? You get what I'm saying? Anthony Peterson will be fighting this weekend. Anthony Peterson will be fighting this weekend on the Tank Davis undercard. We got to get the lights up. We need
to go hard or go strong. Give me the ball, touchdown when it's 4th and long. Kill a jumper when I'm in my zone. Knock it out the park, then I'm headed home. Extra in his base low, you know who they call it on. Go hard or go strong. Give me the ball, touchdown when it's 4th and long. Kill a jumper when I'm in my zone. Knock it out the park, then I'm headed home. Extra in his base low, you know who they call it on. It's either go harder, go strong. I'm not giving up until the clock goes gone, cause I'm not afraid. Plus we got this made. I'd be doing this if I wasn't getting paid, cause it's for the love. A gift from above, it's no dub. Straight to the rack, don't scrub. Play some D, but remember the kid heavily, so do so reverently. Cross it over so pleasantly. Put me in the ring, watch the flurry. Now they vision blurry, running circles, no rehearsals, in a hurry. No worries and no problems, if so, we can solve them. Top score, result, got reserve, better call them. Indy 5 in a straightaway. Fans praying that I'm hit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anthony Peterson will be on there, man. Him and Lamont. They're not on the main card, but it is what it is, man. You got to get your check, whatever. Hopefully they get a little something, man. They get a little something. It is what it is. I'm not gonna lie, man. I got to get Anthony Peterson back on the show. I got to get him back on the show, man. A lot of people like that interview, man. That interview with Anthony Peterson, that shit got almost 40,000 views. Hold on, let me see something. That interview we did with Anthony Peterson. That interview we did with Anthony Peterson have right now, let me see. Wow, hold on. Hold on, guys, I'm trying to find it now. I want to say 40,000. Why I can't find it? Did I pass it? Did I pass it? Hold on. Yeah, I think it got almost 40,000 views. 11,000 right there. No, 30. It got 30. It have 34,000 views. There are 35,000 views now. 35,000 views. That interview with Anthony Peterson. 35,000 views. So when you have fighters like that, you got a story. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like me, if I was I would teach fighters certain things. Listen, baby boy. You got to understand marketing 101. How to market yourself. How to sell yourself, how to build the audience. Like things have changed. Like there's so many, like literally you're a fighter, you can build a cult-like following before you even step in the ring. Or when of course when you step in the ring, but you can build a following just on your own now. Certain things that you need to invest your money in. Now it's gonna take it may take a couple of dollars, because you might have to buy your phone, whatever the case may be. But you gotta understand, I have a marketing background, guys, so I think different. I think very analytical, and I always try to figure out ways how this can be done. If I see someone that's successful at something, I ask myself, okay, how is he doing that? What is it that he's doing? How did he get to this point? So I study people. Oh, okay. All right. So there's no shortcuts. There's no this, there's no that. Okay, this is how we did this. Okay, now how can I take that and implement that and apply that to my everyday life so I can see similar results, or if not better results? Because what may work for one guy may not work for you. But you can take something from some of everywhere and put it together and apply it to your everyday life so that you can succeed. You get what I'm saying? So that's how my mind works. That's how my mind works. You know what I mean? That's how my mind works. He said, do Ryan Garcia have more product endorsements than Tank Davis? Yeah. I mean, y'all think Ryan Garcia, when it comes to outside of the ring, he have everything. He have everything more than Tank Davis as it relates to that. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Tank, I think Tank trying to get endorsement. Ryan Garcia got a clean image though. He got a clean image too. You gotta understand. Ryan Garcia is very similar to Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. When he was a Golden Boy, he kind of had like that image and everything as well. You know?
What's my name?
My name is nobody, and I don't live nowhere, and I don't know nothing. I don't know because I know that you gon' tell God on Jesus, kiss a Judas, silver pieces, monkeys acting in the monkey show. Gangsta monster killer, silverback. Where is your rap sheet? And the truth never explains. Moving fast, thinking slow. Dummy clown, silly Billy, need a hug. Thugs on drugs, monkeys acting in the monkey show.
Yeah, man, the game don't change. The Martin, man, the game don't change though. Has changed. Martin asked a good question. He said, "Coach, isn't that part of the job of a manager? Wouldn't making fighters more marketable be in Al Heyman's job description?" Yeah, I get what you're saying, but Martin, the game has changed. Back in the day, yeah, but in 2023, things are totally different now. Like these promoters don't promote fight. Like you know, Bob Arum don't really promote. You don't see Bob Arum, but Bob Arum 100 years old, so that's understandable. You know, he just put him on the platform, and then let the platform do what it do. But there's really nobody that's a mouthpiece out there for them. You know what I mean? There ain't a whole bunch of me's in boxing. When I say me's, I'm talking about myself. There's not a whole bunch of me's in boxing. You get what I'm saying? It's certain skills that you must learn from an intellectual standpoint in order to be able to navigate through the minefield of boxing. You get what I'm saying? In today's time, things have changed. Things have changed. You see what I'm saying? These managers don't promote fighters like that anymore. Build their image. It is what it is now. I'm just being honest with you. So you got to, you know what I mean? You know, you got to. Hey, what is that? You say, Coach, who do you study to build your boxing channel? I don't study nobody on in the YTBC. I used to look at guys in the YTBC. I looked at the Blue Bloods, I looked at the Fagnons, the Alphabet Boys, the Ego. I looked at all of those guys. But what I realized is, for me, with my personality and what I bring to the table, I'm different from all of them. So, and then once I started studying their subscribers, what they say, what videos, what kind of content they want, and then I realized, okay, those guys came at a time. They came at the right time. They came when boxing was really taking off. They came at the right time. I came on the tail end of it. Boxing is not as exciting or the way it was when Blue first started his channel, or those other guys who've been around first started their channels. They came at the right time, the Dantes and stuff like that. I came at the downside of it. So, but marketing is marketing. YouTube is YouTube. Keyword research is keyword research. SEO is SEO. Optimizing your channels and stuff like that. All of that is the same, right? So me coming from a marketing background, I realized, it's the same principle applies. It's just boxing is a certain niche out of many niches on social media. Boxing is a small niche. It's a very, very, it's a small niche. So it's not a lot of people doing it. It's not a lot of people doing it, right? So I study like Russell Brunson. I got a book called Traffic Secrets. I studied Sam Ovens. That was the first course I bought, Sam Ovens. I study David Ogilvy, copywriters. I study copywriters. Bob Bly, Michael Masterson. I study people like Gary V. That was one of the first guys I studied, Gary V. I study all the white dudes. I don't study nobody on the chitlin circuit. I looked at them, but I don't study nobody on the chitlin circuit. Nobody on the chitlin circuit, you can't teach me nothing now. True. Not from a knowledge standpoint on how to on how this stuff works. So I study I have a mentor by the name of Roberto Blake, a black dude. You know him. I follow people like that. People who have 1 million subscribers, 2-3 million subscribers, 4 million subscribers. I studied people like Mr. Beast. You know, I studied the real big guys. Ain't nobody big in boxing. Nobody big on this YouTube YTBC, to be honest with you. And I'm just being honest. I mean, they good. They the big hog mog in the pot of collard greens, but in the grand scheme of things, that's about it. You the biggest hog mog in the pot of collard greens, but mustard greens, but that's it. You're really not. You're not. You know what I mean? So that's the way I see it. Shout out to the boxer's mind. He said, Coach, anyone ever told you you sound like David Banner, the rapper? Nah. Talk about David Banner, he from Mississippi. Nah. He from Mississippi. David Banner, nah. The boxing move, he said the chitlin circuit. Yeah, the chitlin circuit, man. That's what this is. The YTBC is the chitlin circuit. It's a chitlin circuit. That's what it is. You know, the YTBC, you gonna hear a bunch of, oh, bitch ass nigga, I'm gonna pull up, drop the addy. I got shooters. I'm a bitch ass nigga, hoe ass nigga. I'm gonna pull up. I got shooters, drop the addy. Shut up. You better not come to the. That's the YTBC. The YTBC is TMZ, the National Enquiry, As the World Turns, Days of Our Lives, All My Cheering. That's what the YouTube boxing is. I can't learn that. I can't learn that from that. These niggas don't even know nothing about boxing. They don't even know what a trap counter is. You know what I mean? They don't know what a sidestep is. They don't know what a snapback is. Like none of the defensive tactics. They don't know none of that. They don't know how to sway side to side, block, how to parry. You know what I mean? Or how to deflect to one side. You know what I mean? They don't know what it means to block with the forearms, the shoulders, and the elbows and the gloves, stuff like that. These guys, let me tell you something. YouTube boxing, the fan base on YouTube that come from certain channels are some of the dumbest and lowest IQ, ignorant people in any niche that I've seen. Because I've never seen so many experts about a sport that they generally, literally know nothing about. How can you be an expert at something that you don't know nothing about? You know about bitch ass nigga. You's a bitch. Hoe ass nigga. Drop the addy. I'ma pull up. Yelling and screaming, and that's what they know. That's what they know. True. You better not come to the fight. Yeah, but nigga, you don't go to the fights. Nigga, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Sir, you've been on YouTube since 1972. You haven't done anything to anybody yet. Oh, but I'm that one special dude that you finally gonna do something to. How many people you don't threaten? Listen to some of these channels, right? Who threaten people all the time. Now ask yourself a question. Out of all the people this guy has threatened, I got shooters, homie. How many people have he actually done something to? True. Like, how many people has he actually done something to? He sound convincing. Sound real convincing. You get what I'm saying? Oh, MC Gusto ass niggas. True. Yeah, you scared now. Yes, sir, I'm scared that you're going to throw the keyboard right at the camera and hit me. Perfect example, right? We did a show, we talked about Beterbiev. I didn't really get that many people come show up to watch Beterbiev. Understand that. These guys don't really care about boxing like that. They care about pushing narratives. They care about threats. They want to be revolutionaries 1 minute, a pork chop bone another minute, a hog head cheese sandwich the other minute, a frozen cup and a lily dilly the other minute. It's like, dude, make your mind up. Like, what you want to be? You want to be a gangster disciple 1 minute, a vice lord the next minute. You know what I mean? You a blood or a crip the next minute. You know, you're a blood or a crip the next minute. You throwing up gang signs the other minute. Like, make your mind up. Dog, is this boxing? Is this a boxing community or is this a gang? True. You got the nigga holler, facts. Why are you over here, my nigga? Facts. Nigga be angry all the time, mad. Like, bro, like, what that got to do with the trap counter? Did you see the way he set that shot up? Do you see how you like his feint game? Like when I watch Regis' program, what I love about him so much, he feints very well. The way he feints on the inside, the way he sets his shots up, the way he works behind the jab, the way he manipulates the space in front of him with his feints, with his footwork, with his eye movement, his head movement, how he slip punches. And even if he has to go in the pocket, like just all of that stuff, right? His defensive maneuvers on the inside. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, fam. That's what I look at. That's what I look at, fam. So a lot of these dudes, they can't tell me, they can't. I don't watch them no more. There's no need to watch them. I seen everything they got. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, coach? It's the inevitable. D Block, D Town, D City, D-Ville, Baltimore. We're getting close. 4 days away.
D Block, talk to me.
Coach, you know, why don't people really give a lot of credit to Prograis? I mean, he's a real man of his word, what I've noticed. He's always wanted to fight the best. And I've seen that Taylor never wanted. I mean, Taylor, I know it was a close, but you should have given him at least a rematch. You know what I mean? And then for Ramirez to just, you know, make up excuses with his team. Now, I mean, I respect every fighter, as you know, Coach. You know who I am. You know, I mean, there's particular fighters that I don't think they should be in the game anymore. You know, they're just trying to, but like Floyd, you know, he's just trying to make your money, trying to make, you know, like Floyd said, he's the bank robber. He's just trying to steal as much money as he can.
Yeah.
But do you think that they really, I mean, I see a lot of people, especially in the boxing, like ESPN and just these different kind of sanctioning bodies too. What I noticed was when Prograis lost, I mean, they took him out the rankings pretty quick. I don't know if you remember when he fought Taylor. And that was a shame. Like, how can you do that to him like that? That means he got to come all the way back up. But he was a champion. You know, do you think there's stuff out there that people aren't really trying to, they're trying to make Prograis out there like he's not really worth it? What do you think, Coach?
Now, you know what? I think Regis Prograis, well, he's with Pro Bellum now. Regis Prograis is one of those fighters. He's a really, really good fighter. Some people don't really want to take no L from him. Like, you know, because some people, you know, they feel like if they fight and they lose, their stock will go down. Regis Prograis is a high-risk fighter. But not only is he a high-risk fighter, he's good. So certain fighters, you know, you've been watching boxing a long time, D-Block. Certain fighters, you know, they may get avoided, or it may take a little bit longer to get certain fights with them because of, you know, sometimes it ain't just the politics. It's just, man, the fighter may not even want to fight him for whatever the reason.
Yeah, that's true. and one more thing, Coach. One more thing. You know how the show goes. I mean, it's almost time. Something that just kind of, I think I called you a couple of months ago regarding Andrade and Espinosa. Well, Espinosa was in the background, and then he said, "Ain't nobody trying to see an Andrade fight." Right? That's what he said. And in the background, there was some sorry ass fight that nobody gave a rat's about. So it was just weird how they pivoted so quick, and now Andrade is on PBC side.
Yeah.
Right? Something happened. I think they're trying to just, they know that their numbers are going down. They really need some kind of like extra juice, even though Andrade has never been really that kind of a popular fighter, but he's a legit threat to where I could say that he's just like Prograis, you know, but he's never lost though. Do you think that they're trying to cook out Charlo after this? You think that they're trying to put Andrade knowing that he's the kryptonite to Charlo?
Man, I think I think Jamal Charlo's in the witness protection program. To be honest with you, he's his own boss. He said he got lions only. He driving Lambos with suicide doors. You know what I mean? They in the bar getting litty. He's wearing ice. I just think that Jamal Charlo is very comfortable where he's at. He don't want to fight nobody. He's shaking like booty meat from the Mexican Monster. You know, there's David Benavidez. He made every excuse in the world not to fight somebody. So I just think that Jamal Charlo is content. I don't think that if Al Heyman or Stephen Espinosa say, look here, man, we want you to fight these tough fights. I know, and those fights don't happen. I won't blame Al Heyman, and I won't blame Stephen Espinosa or Tom Brown. I really believe, Jamal. That's Jamal. Jamal don't want to do that. You saw him on the Mike Tyson podcast. You saw him on the Mike Tyson podcast.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. Look at this. You ready for this? Before I hung up, you ready for this? So here we go. What you mean pull up? What you mean pull up? I want to know what pull up means. So there you go. Ever since that moment where Charlo was putting his name out there, ever since that moment, what you mean? Why are you shaking the man's hand? Why are you shaking that? That's when I knew Charlo was not the real legit guy. D-Block, D-Count, D-City,
shout out to D-Block, man.
Get ready. 4 days.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to D-Block. Yeah, man, you know what I mean? So that's the way I see it. That's the way I see it, fam. That's the way I see it. You get what I'm saying, man? Like, some dudes really body, like Master P. We body. Some dudes body, and some dudes ain't body. You get what I'm saying? Like, again, now back to what we were saying, though. I wanna let you guys know that back to what we were saying, right? Like, again, I've learned all I can learn from the YTBC. There's nothing here. There's some good channels that I rock with, that I watch every day. But outside of those guys, there's really ain't nothing here. You guys know I rock with my brother Blood Boxing. Be glad when Fistiano Fights get back in the game. And a couple other channels, they know who they are. You know what I mean? Who's the next big star? At Mayweather Promotions. Woo. What my dog, boy? Hey, what my dog Booger Ray said? What? Hey, what my dog Booger Ray said?
Who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions? Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say, and I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing, again, because when you have, an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on. When a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we're talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Interesting.
Yeah, man, it is what it is. You get what I'm saying, though? So, I sit back. Hey, you guys in the chat, you guys come to hear boxing. Listen, you hearing gangbangers. Listen, I don't see on YTBC, we got Bloods, we got Crips, Vice Lords, Gangster Disciples. We have killers who ain't never killed nobody and ain't never been to jail. We have thugs, goons. We got everything here, right? We got everything but boxing fans and people who just love the sport of boxing and know about boxing and commentate. And the YTBC, they niggas on there arguing. Nigga, shut up, pull up. Nigga, gang. Yeah, say it again. You's a bitch. I got shooters home like that. You hear that all the time. Nigga be on that yelling like Busta Rhymes. Yeah. Nigga, you doing all that yah-yahing, dog. All that yah-yahing. What that got to do with a trap counter? What about the fight coming up? Can you break down the fight? What's going on? I don't want to hear that goddamn thing. I think I'm listening to the goddamn Busta Rhymes. God damn, dog. Let's give everybody a round of applause, man. Yeah, man. You get what I'm saying? It's like I'm listening to the goddamn Busta Rhymes. Y'all all the goddamn time barking and you trying to convince me. I remember I had a Chihuahua named Poochie. Well, Poochie was a mug, but Poochie used to bark at everything and everybody. Very similar to Cookie right now. That's all Cookie like to do, bark at everything and everybody now. But Poochie was a Chihuahua. If you ever had a Chihuahua before, understand them Chihuahuas are very, very mean dogs. They don't like nobody, right? So Poochie, I had some gangster rappers from Liberty City in my apartment, not in my apartment, my house. I lived my house we had down in Miami. So I bought some gangster rappers from the hood, from Liberty City in there. Dude had on red bandanas. One had on a blue bandana around his knee. So I had like a little studio booth. I had a studio in the back room, and I had a booth in the closet, right? Had it padded out. And this one dude was talking Like, you know, I shot up the whole block. I got 25 bodies that I haven't got caught for. I got an AK. I got an AK with an extendo clip on it. You know what I mean? I'm going to pull up on you in your hood and wet you up and all that stuff there, right? So, I'm like, damn, this sound kind of convincing. God damn, oh, shit, this nigga, wow, damn, let me go ahead and get my fire. So outside easy, I went to my room. I said, hold up, guys. I went to my room. I went and got my fire, right? I said, yeah, just get one of these, it was 4 of them. So just get one of these jitterbugs, get out of line, boy. I'm going to bust them. I ain't even playing with it, boy. You know what I mean? So anyway, so they had me kind of shook a little bit. Like, I don't know what these niggas trying to rob me. They talking about how many robbers they don't committed. They talking about home invasions. And I'm like, damn, okay, they in my house. Are they thinking about home invading me? So I wasn't sure. So anyways, we getting ready to leave, right? I got my dog Poochie in the garage. So we go instead of going out the front door. I normally go out the garage door and open up the garage. We go out that way, right? Because that's where the driveway is at. Man, as soon as them jitterbugs, 2 of them, right? The dude that did all the killing in the song, he was the first one. He opened the door. As soon as he opened the door, Poochie started growling and barking. The dude that did all the killing in the song, he screamed, ah! And he turned around and tried to run. When he turned around, there was another dude that was behind him that screamed too. So he tried to run down the hallway, but he took about 1 or 2 steps. And the other dude that was behind him that went through there first, he tripped the other guy because he stepped on his heel when he was trying to run. So he stepped on the dude that was wearing the blue bandana. He stepped on his heel, he fell, and the dude that had the red bandana tripped over that guy and fell on top of him. True. I say, bruh, I was laughing so hard. I say, man, y'all niggas had me thinking y'all was some killers. You were talking about all these home invasions and robberies you did, and you running from a chihuahua? No, man, I thought that was a pit. I thought it was a pit. Dog, pits don't bark like, that ain't the pits don't bark like that. Man, I thought, man, these dudes some studio gangsters. True. Man, you don't get your ass, man, where my money at? Man, get my goddamn money, man. They owe me like $75. No, it was $200 for the studio time. You get my goddamn money, man. Let me go ahead and put my pistol back up in the bedroom, man. You got me around here thinking that goddamn you Jeffrey Dahmer or Charles Manson. You running from Poochie. True. Hey, so on the internet, on the YTBC, that's what we got. We got a bunch of that's what we got. Like look at the YouTube channels that do all the barking, that talk so gangster. They got shooters, use a bitch, use a hoe ass nigga, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And then ask yourself, how many people has he done that to since he been on YouTube? You know the answer you're gonna come up with? 0. So it just like, so what am I gonna learn? Nothing. Now, if I wanna know how to, cuss people out, if I wanna know how to curse people out, and call them bitch ass nigga, oh bitch ass nigga. You know what are you doing here, my nigga? Why are you over here? Why are you over here, my nigga? Why? What are you doing? You get what I'm saying? If I want to know all that, then I listen. But man, them niggas ain't got nothing. I can't learn that from them. What am I learn from? Learn how to be a studio gangster? You know what I'm saying? Let's give everybody a round of applause, man. It is what it is, man. Once again, it's on, man. We gonna make it do what it do, man. We gotta crack it like it, man. We gotta crack it like it. Oh, what the hell? Hold on, guys. It look like my internet. Why is my internet tripping, man? I don't get it. I don't get why my internet tripping. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to see what's going on. I really don't know what's going on with my internet. I really don't know what's going on with my internet. I'm trying to see what's going on with it. Pausing and all that stuff there. I think the haters back at me again. You know how it is. When I get the cooking, boy, they go to sending them. When I get the cooking, boy, they go to try to interrupt the feed. I say, yeah, boy, they on my neck, boy. When I get the cooking, guys, they're trying to interrupt the feed again. So you ought to know what time it is. So that tell me it's time to go. It is what it is. Once again, it's on, man. We gonna hit it with Riley one more time, though. We ain't gonna be playing with these sapsuckers, man.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck-mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Yes, sir. Once again, it's on. It's about Coach Malachi Williams signing out, man. True Media Today, USA Boxing. I'm gonna see you guys, man. You ought to know what time of TI is, man. It is what it is. As a matter of fact, man, shout out to my man Six Figure Johnny. Shout out to Six Figure Jonnie Rice. Jonnie Rice will be fighting. Shout out to Six Figure Johnny, man. Much love to Six Figure Johnny, man. We got a lot of love for him. I do not know what the hell is going on with my internet today. I do not know what's going on. I look like them goons. Look like them internet thugs is at me. Look like them internet thugs is at me, guys. Look like I got some internet gangsters at me. You know what I mean? They already told me they're gonna pull up. They told me they're gonna put a magnum to my head. They told me I better not come to the fights. They told me all that stuff there, right? But in the history of niggerdom and the history of YouTube, guess what? They ain't done none of these things that they said they was gonna do. You feel me?
I will break my leg off, up in your ass so far that you be shitting sneaker for a month.
Yes, sir. It is what it is, man. And another thing, too, man. Shout out to Ebony. We're going to have Ebony Taylor on. We're going to have the lovely Ebony Taylor on the show. She will be on the show as well. As a matter of fact, let me look at my calendar. Look at my schedule. Let's see. When did I have her coming on? Oh, Ebony will be on Thursday. So we're going to talk boxing, but I want to bring the lovely Ebony Taylor on. She's from LA. So anybody want to holler? She's from LA, Ebony Taylor. She will be on the show. Much love to her. We're gonna be talking boxing though. You know what I mean? And I'm going, I wanna be able to help, open up the door for a lot of people, Shout out to Jamie Rivera. Jamie, what's going on, fam? Jamie, what's going on,
Ebony
baby
Taylor
boy?
is stepping onto the R&B scene with the soulful sounds of love on her.
Yes, sir, man. We back up in this BI, man. Somebody messing with the internet, man. So we're gonna go on and shut the show down, man. And then, of course, the day my daughter birthday, man. So we gotta go celebrate the birthday. Other than that, that's it. This is our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. True Media Today, USA Boxing. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You ought to know what time it is, man. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. As a matter of fact, shout out to D Block. Shout out to BJ. Shout out to D. D Block was the only one that called. We didn't get a lot of calls today. But it is what it is, man. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.